Yards for Clemson so far. Jalen Calhoun is deep. Swanson to punt. Takes a Tiger hop and then a mistake that time trying to make the play. Calhoun muffed it. It's recovered by Clemson by Wade Woodass. Clemson just 1 for 5 on 3rd down so far. Klubnik with a great play fake. Dumps it off. Shipley in for the Clemson touchdown.
These fantastic tackles and
a touchdown catch despite 38 receptions a year ago. He hits pay dirt here. The game is tied for now.
Nice job selling the fake to run this defense this year. They're very close, minded to him.
Play action, Klubnik in trouble. And sacked back inside the 35 by Open. Used to be the clock stopped always on first downs, but they changed that rule this year. Outside 2 minutes. Wide open. Jordan Waters. Nobody there for Clemson. He breaks the tackle and runs out of bounds at the 47. He picked up 25 yards. From 48, warm-ups 48 last year, but they're going for it. They trust Riley Leonard with the ball in his hands, and he delivers. Complete first down. Caught by Calhoun. 3rd down at 10. Clemson in quick pressure. Duke runs the ball, and the ball is fumbled, and it's recovered by Makuba. Replay was just checking there to make sure that the ball was out. It clearly was, as you saw live. So 10 seconds to go. Shipley going to run it past the 45-yard line and to midfield, and now Clemson's going to call a timeout. Clemson does have a timeout. Now Klubnik going to go for the Hail Mary, and his pass is caught at the 35-yard line by Williams, and not sure what good that all served, but that's the end of that. Garrett Riley for a reason. We'll see if things change for Clemson offensively in the second half, but first, Duke football. Riley Leonard back to throw on 1st down. Stepping up to run, and again makes the defender miss. Stepping out of bounds after he picks up the first. Wonder if they're thinking 4-down territory here if they don't pick this up. On 3rd down at 3. Design run for Leonard, and he's able to break a tackle and get the 1st down and more. Leonard inside the 20, stiff arms a defender inside the 5 and into the end zone. It's a touchdown. What a play by Riley Leonard. One of the best plays of week 1. 44-yard scamper for a score.
Wow, what a play by Riley Leonard. That curves untouched off the edge. Can't get into the ground. Lowers the shoulder, watch the speed the open field as he hits the sidelines. Does not step. Two-back look again here, Tom. We're going to see a lot of that in the second half.
And Mappa will get it here. Breaks free into Duke territory. Inside the 40. The race is on. And they finally get to him inside the 20-yard line.
Totally agree with Tom.
1st and goal from the 6 after the penalty. Again, pulling it and running, and he stumbles and falls. And the first half was blocked. His first attempt. And this one's still good. Missed it wide of the line.
But this year's issue for Utah is
Shipley with a ton of room inside the 35 and all the way down to the 28-yard line. 1st down for Clemson on the Duke 28, looking to regain the lead here. 6:15 to play. Klubnik has a wide open man. Tyler Brown, the true freshman, on the catch inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal after a gain of 21.
This coaching staff raved about Tyler Brown, the true freshman. You see exactly why. Working from the slot, going all the way across the field on an over route. Nobody accounts for him, and a good find for Kate Klubnik.
Actually, it looked like Terry Moore, the defender. He was in there replacing the injured Jalen Stinson. He was the guy that they targeted there. 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. The ball's on the ground. Duke tried to pick it up. I think the Blue Devils got it anyway. They tried to pick it up and run with it, and now a fight for it under the pile. Trey Freeman tried to scoop and score after the failed exchange between Klubnik and Shipley. It looks like Duke has the ball. They do. Blue Devil football, they get a takeaway.
For Phil Maffa.
Maffa again fumbles the ball. And it's picked up by Stinson at the 20. Stinson being chased by Klubnik in midfield. Klubnik tracks him down and maybe saves a touchdown. But what a fortunate bounce with Stinson scooping it up and rolling it back some 70 yards. Another run play, Moore trying to get the edge. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Duke.
Outside run. Keep an eye at the bottom of your screen. 8, Jordan Moore does a very good job getting just enough.
Waters shifting into the backfield, pass play. Leonard ends up, it's back, 2 points. Calhoun is in, 21-7 Devils. Lubnik will throw. Got a receiver, and Shipley makes a nice move. Picks up a first down and then out of bounds. So first down on the 31 for Duke. Gonna run some clock here. Waters stood up by Barrett Carter and pushed back. A loss of 1 on the play was the go-ahead touchdown. They'll throw it here on 3rd and long and try to set up a wide receiver screen. It's Redwell. Calhoun tackled. And again, losing about 15 seconds with the new rule. It's clock not stopping until inside 2 minutes on first downs. And passes intercepted off the deflection. Mausi picks it off. It went off the hands of Shipley. Riley Leonard, if you didn't know the name, you're going to be hearing it a lot for the rest of the season. Waters inside the 10. Waters making a house call with the exclamation point on this one. 36-yard touchdown.
Rip it open here in this game. You're going to see the center get out and go, and you're also going to see the backside tackle. Both pull, kick out, and get a couple of nice blocks to pave the path for Waters to take it to the house. Nice hesitation there through the hole. Good vision to find the open field. And the Duke Blue Devils putting it on Clemson to close this one out.
Dusty, I'll tell you what, from field level, and I can't believe I'm saying this, there was not a huge discrepancy in team speed today between these two teams.
Really take off and announce themselves to the country, and it just has not been that passing game tonight.
Ball's out again, and it's picked up by an offensive lineman, Walker Parks. That was a sack for his fumble.
And every one of these teams that have put themselves in a position to have a chance to get the playoff.
Jacquez Moore, first down and more inside the 40 before he's dragged out.
Because of so many
One game at a time is what Mike Elko would say.
Riley Leonard takes a knee. It's one of the biggest wins in Duke football history. Down goes Clemson. The Devils win it 28-7.
And you know what? The whole idea that the past doesn't impact the future, that's a really big deal to these people. In the state of Louisiana, 65 years. Focus on the future, Pat. Listen, we'll see. Saturday's slate, undefeated Army can clinch a spot in the American Championship game with a win and a Navy loss, which is always good news for Army, bad news for LC. In Monroe, Texas State and Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks can become bowl eligible with the win. They've only been to one of the bowls. And how about the biggest little game in America? Amherst and Williams meet that Division III showdown on the great rivalry in the history of the sport. Much more coming up here on College Game Day. We continue on just one theme, new 12-team playoff. The Wimbledon home ends early elimination games tonight. Break them down further. Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Ole Miss. Plus, running back Ashton Genty of Boise State grew up in Italy, moved all over the world. Military family, how that has kept him grounded in Iowa.
Shuck with all kinds of time, and he throws it to
having to totally adapt to a new environment, I think that's helped me grow into the person that I am today.
Wait till you hear Marty Smith's story on Ashton Genty. 125,000 in bonus money. Also, 400,000 for Hurricane Relief Fund for grabs with a local business legend. 125,000 for some LSU student. Trying to make the run back place out here.
Nix is able to fight off tackles and launch over the 40-yard line for a first down.
Or you got a jersey.
Got it. Good for him.
Merci beaucoup. Merci. Tiger Man. Monsieur.
It is a stop on fourth down. He's driven backwards by
This time of year, there's one workshop on everyone's mind. The one that spends the whole year making toys and gifts. The Home Depot Kids Workshop. The Home Depot Kids Workshop, teaching those who will one day build their own homes and communities that duo is a gift you can share with everyone. Happy holidays from the Home Depot.
Unreflected Sons, built by Dr. Pepper.
Now, do you ever feel like college football is being changed by all this corporate money flooding into the sport?
I'm sorry I missed that. I was just grabbing a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
I just feel like the brands are taking over.
Dr. Pepper's strawberries and cream for my two thirsty boys.
You see what I mean?
You're overreacting, pal.
That's the Affleck duck.
It's a normal duck.
He's waving a branded flag.
It has their safeties on the goal line.
My whole life is a commercial.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
I just got it. Time to line them.
The only thing left to do is kill as much as you can before they kill you.
Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
The $7 Lux Cravings box has the Gordita Supreme? What is this, the 90s?
Coming back to a three receiver stacked up to the left. They get to C.J. Baxter, the true freshman back who was knocked out last week with an injury, but back 100%, makes a big impact. Receiver stacked to the right now. They don't pressure yours. He's got some space. Can he get there with his legs? Yes.
90s Gordita Supreme is back in the $7 Lux Cravings box. Relive the decades. Only at Taco Bell. Booyah.
They're going to hand it off to Brooks.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the same should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Tamara, Izzy, and Emma.
Joining.
Just like some of these three. We need them. They need a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
Space and is going to scoop for about 13 and a first down. He is so dangerous.
Gear up for game day. Enjoy the home field advantage at Fairfield, official partner of the NCAA.
Today, Barron makes the kind of takeaway
Today,
Texas needed in the kind
America's most trusted paint brand.
We don't have very
Well, with Bear, you can paint a hole in for under $100.
Yeah, and we talked about the command of the offense. It's one thing to have command of the offense.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Bear quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Kind of baiting this throw. I think he's anticipating.
It's more the emotion. And they're running to the right again. Trying to physically challenge this Alabama front. Right near the marker.
History will be made.
Ewers on the move. Flips it short. Catch made. First down converted. That's Sanders knocked out of the 5. Ewers. Long throw to the end zone. Off the hands of Xavier Worthy, who had a touchdown. It was a beautiful throw. Bert Auburn, a solid kicker, kicked what could have been the game winner if Bryce Young hadn't driven Alabama down the field for the walk-off field goal.
Game Day
at
is
first
built by the Home Depot.
He's got to keep her on the edge. Makes a nice cut.
And in part by Buffalo Wild Wings, the official sports bar sponsor of ESPN College Game Day. Let's go Sports Bar and DoorDash.
So
Get the largest selection of restaurants for your game day spread delivered.
They come after Milrow. Gets it out. And the catch is made. Going up and grabbing it is Malik Benson.
Rotate some fresh bodies on this field.
Deeply appreciated. McClellan has a crease. And he's going to be knocked down, but not before they move the chains again.
In the past.
Love to a ton tonight. Nice play there. Milrow backpedaling and flips it at the last minute. Incomplete.
49 yards to get a touchdown.
Score.
Yeah, it's amazing Deshaun Foster
gets it up very quickly and hits it at the top of the net for 43. No fun for opposing offenses.
UCLA was
They
done.
rush
People forgot they were in the
Ewers
Big
has
Ten.
time,
They've
flips
been
it,
able to win
completes
some
it,
games
and
in
a
row,
first
3 in a
down.
row.
Jordan
Beat
Whittington
Nebraska
made
last
the
week.
catch.
Really
Jordan
ended up
moved
keeping
the
Nebraska
sticks.
out of a bowl game. It's a good job. First
Now
year
Worthy,
head
it's a
coach at
backwards
UCLA.
pass. He can throw it. Launching downfield. Contested balls are flagged. Yes.
Really good look there. So UCLA now has a couple of conference wins. Conference standing
in Bama territory. Ewers from the pocket.
Indiana,
Now he'll
Oregon,
lost one downfield. A ton of air. Running underneath it. Worthy's got it for a touchdown.
And Penn State just behind. Now, Ohio State, Indiana coming up
The
in
deep
Columbus.
shot this offense has been seeking desperately. They strike from 44.
6 a.m. charter out there.
What a throw by Ewers. And a great read. He's looking right here to read the safety key. And if he bites up on this underneath route, he's going to take a shot. You can see how he feels. Okay, I got him where I want him. Let's put it up in the air, one-on-one against the freshman. And he goes to one of the top receivers in the country, Worthy.
Continues to build and be consistent.
Yeah, I really like Oregon because they played with the most consistency of any team this entire season. And they're 11th in offense, they're 11th in defense, so they play complementary football. But I like Dan Lanning's approach. He's not about just winning the game. He's about defeating the other team. Called timeout at Michigan to let his team know that
Ewers looking that direction. Hit as he
that's the
throws.
mindset
It's complete across the middle.
Yeah,
And it is big Jatavian Sanders making an impact here in the first half.
There in the middle.
Different level of mission.
Worthy on the edge. Has a couple blocks. Stutter step. Burst through a crease. They are moving the sticks in a hurry inside the 40 to the right of Ewers on this third and fourth. Different look. They fling it to him. Creative ways to get number one the ball. Who bounces off 2 men. Gets a first down to the 22.
The whole team's in a thumbs down mentality, and they're
showcasing that. In there, could they? Because of that tempo, Baxter
they are 14-point underdogs to Indiana.
First down to the 13.
Indiana hasn't been favored over Michigan since the beginning of stats.
Ewers escapes, makes a move.
Indiana has never been favored over Michigan. That's because Curtis and been able to do. On the offensive side, obviously, Curtis Rourke and all their weapons, but on the defensive side as well.
So Texas,
they held Michigan State to 30 rush yard
play, 82-yard drive.
Okay, which is what Michigan is.
Indiana's about to get something going with the pass game. Instead, he takes off quickly. This is what he does best.
This is a new test, though, I think, for Indiana today. This is their first helmet game. Because, look, I know Indiana, different, all of that. They haven't faced somebody that historically they're supposed to lose. Winged helmets. Those guys from JMU, Ohio, they felt that way, too. We'll see if they're different today. Yeah, well, Signetti's on my short list for coach of the year. He's done a fantastic job down there.
That one just got out of the hands of Ewers.
I think they're kind of
short and intermediate.
People don't give them the credit that they deserve, but can we talk about Penn State? We were there last week. They played Ohio State. Different year, same
Prentice will be dragged down, but a huge play down to the 31.
Locate the football.
The only touchdown of the game
28 yards on 3rd and 8.
was an actual pick six.
Escapes again. Man completely open is Prentice. They've forgotten about him. Makes a man miss.
They still have things in front of them. They got Washington.
Feels the pressure again. Escapes it.
And of course, the end of the season with
now
Maryland.
thinks about throwing to the end zone.
Games. I think Penn State's going to need some help.
For a touchdown.
Ohio State's going to have to lose another game. They have 2 L's.
Off the deflection.
Indiana is going to have to lose 2 games.
There is a flag down.
The Buckeyes are going to lose any games anytime soon.
Or Penn State could just chill, win out, post, be comfortable with just skipping the Big Ten championship, post a playoff game.
That's how he fights out of it.
Right now.
Yeah.
Keeps his speed alive.
There's championship teams. Coaches coached a bunch of them. We've watched a bunch of them. There's always a moment this season that you get to October, maybe into November, and there's a moment that helps propel you to a championship run. And I'm wondering if the game that Dennis just referred to last week for Ohio State, Penn State just had a huge play. Tyler Warren took him down to the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3. Katron Allen with the first attempt on first and goal.
Best drive as a passer.
Another
4 for his first 4. They move it 50 yards in 7 plays.
And
Reichert,
pride and belief. A goal line stand by defense. 3rd and goal denied again. 4th down, instead of running it, they try to throw the football incomplete. It's okay. Ohio State's at their own 1-yard line. Reach makes a diving catch. The Buckeyes
he
go
does
11
throw the deep ball well. It's the best thing he does as a thrower.
Against the Texas defense a year ago, the 81-yard touchdown on offense.
You're going to run the football and you still close it out.
Flag is out as he scrambles and now sprints the ball. Does he be on the line of scrimmage? The catch is made by Burton. There's a lot going on. He's going to score
to the rest of the year.
But let's see, there was a flag way back in the holding zone. The flag came out early. I thought he might have crossed the line of scrimmage.
But the interesting thing about all this is there's 4 teams that we're talking about.
They don't bring it. They're only a 3-man rush.
2 of them are going to play in the Big Ten Championship.
Still has to escape the pocket. He's going to be dragged down. So they drop 8 in coverage.
So sometimes it may be an advantage not to have to play in the championship game.
Hammers
and who's going to have more teams in
12-team
playoffs? Is it going to be the powerful teams from the North, the Big Ten?
4-man rush. Ewers steps up.
Is it going to be the people representing the SEC?
Over the head of Whittington, who had some space.
As we sit here right now.
Low snap. Milroe scoops it up. Launches downfield. To the head McClellan. Out of the backfield.
Yeah, now you guys will dive into the rankings later.
Take care of the football down. You're going to throw it at first down. They launch it one-on-one. Going up, make the catches. Adonai Mitchell.
I agree with you 100%.
Up in the air and over the top of the corner. Great job.
Those are their best TV.
For Indiana, if they get the opportunity, they're going to
stuck a man wide open. Sanders.
I bet you they fare better to
a man. Just stumbled down.
I had an NFL scout tell me, what's wrong with Penn State?
Pressure picked up. Worthy goes up in the end zone and could not come up with it.
You'll get gimmicks with the Hoosiers offense.
Tries to stay
By the way, 20 and 10
on the night. It's hooking and he missed him.
Come on! Put him one up,
Anthony Hill Jr., that speedy freshman, making an impact tonight. And a huge stop for Texas.
For a game in America. They know
and they're going to try to sneak it with a push. The ball actually goes to push. He juggled and held on, and they moved the sticks.
You got Brooks who looks down, and he never had it. Never had the football.
We're going to discuss whether he was down before the ball.
How can you be down when he didn't have it?
Virginia's been really good. 9-2 as an underdog against the spread. 8-2 off
Brooks fighting. I don't think he got there. Dallas Turner wrapped him up.
What about
Milroe escaping the pocket, tries to get there with his legs, and he does. Scamper for a first down in Texas territory.
And we expect to be led into that late today.
Milroe again has to elude pressure, launches downfield.
Monangai today against Minnesota. That just broke in the last few minutes. Rutgers been ravaged by injuries this year. Monangai being out is huge for their offense. Better news for Army with Bryson Daly, their quarterback. He missed the Air Force game last week. Sources told me today he's back starting at North Texas. He didn't return to practice until Thursday. Sources told me he looked like himself in Army's full practice on Friday. They need him to keep up that North Texas offense.
49-yard
Georgia
strike
Tech,
for Milroe to
quarterback Haynes King will dress and will warm up and will be a true game-time decision against number 4 Miami today. I'm told we may not know until right before kickoff whether King goes or not.
And like I said, it's been an up and down night for Terry and
today. I'm told Reese we may not know until right before kickoff whether King goes or not. Key nuance, Aaron Philo will back him up today, not Zach
finds his tight end,
As for Ole Miss, luckily they can field the team. They do not have 26 guys on their injury report today. They only have 10. Trey Harris is doubtful, sources told me today. Same deal as last week. He's not expected to meaningfully contribute. They did dress him as a decoy last week. I'm not sure if Lane has that up his sleeve again today. But don't expect Trey Harris to have an impact on the game against Georgia.
Scores the first touchdown of the night. Texas trails for the first time. 3 plays.
Just finished shaving and already
75 yards. How do you do to become the lead?
Caleb Downs, the freshman, who's going to be a superstar. He has his eyes in the backfield. What I love here is watching Ewers wait for the right time. Let him clear the freshman, and he throws it right behind him for that touchdown.
Some streaks on the line here. Bama hasn't lost at home since
film room coming up.
Burrow, Bayou Bengals coming in 2019.
On display tonight, battling in year 3.
Milroe. Right into the hands of a Longhorn.
Intercepted by Jared Thompson. His second mistake. He steps out inside the 10.
Dr. Patel will be administering anesthesia now, so count back from 5 and we'll see how it goes. 5, 4, 3,
Worthy
2,
in motion.
1.
Brooks.
Okay, let's do
Fights to the end zone.
No,
Texas quickly catches in to build the lead.
Sometimes we need to do better. She says you can't start until her cross is here.
In the last few plays.
But we're doing the best we can.
The pressure of a whole bunch of time. Another low snap, which he has to collect and fire up the middle. And this time the catch is made by Benson. Malik Benson with a big catch, desperately needed.
Of that Texas defense.
27 on 3rd and 17. Milroe looking to throw again. Checks it down, and that's Prentice.
Very serious of being a leader.
Grab a Pepsi and make your game day epic.
Scoops it up
surprise
as
for you.
time and delivers over the middle.
Rest your eyes
And
on
the
this.
catch is made by Nyblack. And he's into the end zone. Somehow eludes tacklers
Feels
in
so new.
Alabama. Not done yet. A quick strike.
How bad do you want to hold it?
Not too bad, but pretty cool.
Not the finest moment for Texas
ahead,
defense
press the button.
tonight.
Oh, it's glowing.
Let's go back to the fact it's his balls on the ground again.
Dude.
I mean, he loses it. You're thinking, oh no, what's going to happen? Composure, eyes downfield, and again into the teeth of that Texas defense to the tight end, Nyblack, who's an athletic, tough matchup type of tight end.
Wait, Subway did what?
Milroe scanning, and he just flips it up into the air. And the catch is made, and the conversion is good. It's Isaiah Bond. 3-point game now.
Laura, Dad, I didn't realize
Empty
you need you.
backfield. It's a three-man rush. Ewers throws across the middle and has Jordan Whittington. And he's
Geico
still
has all
going.
the top
Whittington
prospects, and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Alabama territory.
Oh my gosh, it's true.
With that in mind.
Ewers over 300 yards. Off the left side. Baxter plows forward.
It's really showing tonight.
It's not weird.
Ewers from the pocket.
For
Launching
savings and service, get more with
downfield.
Geico.
She understands
Mitchell! Touchdown, Texas!
30 teams in 6 groups.
Aggression and execution. 39 yards.
He's reading this safety. Downs. He's got receivers underneath that impact the safety. So he knows again, we saw this earlier on the left side. This time they go to the right. Creates a one-on-one matchup. Unrealistic expectations.
It's perfect.
Drifting back and now just steps right into the pass rush of young Anthony Hill. Welcome to college football. This guy's going to be a nightmare for Texas opponents. To get off the field here and not let Texas move the chains and shoot the clock, but they do that. First down, Jonathan Brooks, drag Blackshear, tick, 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 Texas.
Or not.
Or they hand it off and pick up the first down and perhaps end the game. Brooks with a burst, and the Texas offensive line.
Take your biggest bite.
7. They run it again. Yes, it's Brooks, and this
The
time
new Clip 360.
be dragged
With
down
3
a couple of yards
intensities,
short.
great for sensitive
Start
teeth and
kneeling
gums.
down. Alabama
For your mouth.
jumped there.
It's kind of fitting. That's a fitting ending right there.
So it goes, that's it. That is going to do it.
Shopping season bells are ringing. Get your business ready for business with SEO experts on Fiverr.
That's a 5-yard result and a first down.
College Game Day is brought to you by Geico. Check out College Game Day on social to get
Texas
more fan cam action.
2-0. I'm not going to say anything more than that. But they look like a contender tonight.
Bought the first party box. 1972 Winnebago Brady paid $17, 4 warm beers, and a Twinkie. And that's
out there to get the day started under the sunshine of South Florida as Brashard Smith is back to return for the Canes, and Xavier Restrepo will have it on the return here. Excellent coverage as the 12th man does his job. That's Sam Matthews. Lou Headley, Anaya Smith is set to return. Oh! And they get after Joyce, and it is bouncing inside the 20 and retreating near the line of scrimmage. As A&M special teams is off to a tremendous start.
Lose his team the game.
Daniel straight ahead, leg drive, and it's going to be 1st and goal Aggies. And now looking to cash in. And doing so is Whitman. The touchdown run
for the Aggies quarterback after Ja'Day Walker came surging in for the block punt that served this thing up on a silver platter. But the learning curve is steep in week 2 when you're facing A&M in your college career. Here is Young as he gets 8 yards back. Wigman to pass, and here he is out of the backfield, and look at Owens go, striding down on 3rd and 2 for a chunk play and a first down Aggies. Wigman on 3rd down. Shallow underneath, looked like there was contact, and yes, the penalty flag comes in.
Holding defense number 51. 10-yard penalty includes an automatic first down.
That's one thing I'll say, Bobby Petrino has always been good, no matter where he's been as a play caller.
Daniel, short pitch, able to get to the corner inside the 20 before he is taken out. Wigman with time, shallow cross, and needs to get to the stick, but Evan Stewart was wrapped up and taken down. And with that, the Aggies are up 10-zip. Van Dyke quickly gets it out, and George able to weave his way for a first down. First down of the game for Miami. With tempo, and there it is, Restrepo in stride. Xavier Restrepo, and you just feel they had to have it. There's Parrish, Fletcher blocking, Parrish. It's going to be first and goal, Canes. Van Dyke, and there he is, Colby Young, touchdown Canes. Miami backs off the pressure. Whitman steps up, and the lane integrity is lost, and that is exactly what you noted he can do with his legs.
Right, just makes good decisions.
And now quickly he gets it to Johnson, and Jake Johnson goes upfield as he was carrying James Williams with him. Constantino, his first punt of the afternoon.
They want to make plays. But the thing that I always try to emphasize to Jalen last year was you can't make plays that stop drives. You can't get sacked. You can't throw interceptions.
Xavier Restrepo, who changes jersey numbers to 47.
Plays all year long.
Edgerrin Cooper was actually jumped on it.
On the big right across
after the muff punt was recovered.
Can put the ball in small
Daniels
places.
finds his way in into the end zone. Amari Daniels.
So the capability of making every throw.
Awesome job in his zone scheme by Bryce Foster at center.
Again. Make the play action
3rd and
pass
6. Here comes pressure picked up by Parrish. TBD will drag, and going upfield is Young, and plenty more as Colby Young will move the chains.
It's off the charts.
Ryan Williams is clearing the corner right here.
And 7. Van Dyke wants to take a shot, and he gets it.
The timing and the
into the end zone is Isaiah Horton.
You better keep the pass rush lane right.
Beautiful throw by Tyler Van Dyke.
Rush lanes right, and you can't do what number 9 does.
52-yard touchdown.
Well, they're working one-on-one. It's Horton versus the true freshman Thomas that we just saw get beat on that drag route on 3rd down. It's a nice little double move. Watch this. He just kind of breaks down, and you see Thomas just not able to get his feet. That allows Horton to get him behind him, and there's a nice catch.
2 touchdowns. Trying to get to Restrepo, and finally he does, and Restrepo breaks free. And he's still on his feet out to midfield.
There's been some moments where this year
3rd and 11. Van Dyke, big strike downfield and incomplete as there was coverage coming in downfield.
You see, there's 3 people around. They're playing zone defense. You should be reading zone. It's middle of the field coverage.
There's Van Dyke.
Outside.
Pressure. Ball comes out and falling out. 54 to tie the game.
Predetermined, but this is a zone drop.
But it just
I don't know if he doesn't see this, but he throws it right to him. Maybe he thought he was separating here. He could get away with the clear. Just didn't feel that back.
And we need to know there's nobody to clear that defender out. The shoulder.
So that sets up. It's going to carry
Owens, the 5-star recruit, trying to get
this
to
guy can make every throw. This is one of the best plays of the year to me.
Took him forward.
This is 4th down to win the game. I think Ole Miss 3rd and 9 to get it in overtime so they have a chance to win the game. And this guy runs this wrap route, on the star in the slot. Aaron Anderson.
And this
by the
just
way,
stayed
look
to the
route,
right.
but this is a great throw. Look where he throws this football. And look at this. Get him on the line in front of all his fans. Puts it right where he needs to put it to win that game. That's NFL. I mean, that's as good as there is.
Van Dyke.
That's as good as it
Great
gets.
job with the protection.
So here you're going to see him.
Coming back to the ball is Young.
Again, the high-low and the flat defender right here. With the bubble. Guy slips the bubble.
And loaded.
And Van Dyke.
25 seconds to play.
Watch the little
downfield.
It goes in line with, he's showing like he's blocking. He's going to block. And then he just releases, free releases down that sideline. Gets the defense out of position. Great decision again. In rhythm, 13's as good as there is. Here's the frustrating part. All right, so here's the kind of thing, though, that a drive-stopping play. But on the road, it changes the whole momentum of the game. LSU's in total control of this game until this play. When this guy scrambles over here, he's supposed to read high-low on the flat or run. You're either going to throw it in this part of the field or you're going to run. He throws it back across his body over the middle. It gets intercepted. You tell me, I think this is where it comes into play.
Today, Jesse, the muff punt that set things up for Texas A&M comes up huge just before halftime.
He wants to see more of what we saw in the last few minutes than what we saw at the beginning of this game.
Daniels on 2nd and 3 as he takes it out nearly to midfield.
Have 13 assists in a game and no turnovers, and that's good quarterback play. And that's a great job of play. That was phenomenal quarterback for the Aggies.
To your point about that talking
here,
with Bill Swan, their offensive coordinator yesterday, they left some points on the field in the first half against A&M, and Nuts Meyer was in. You can't be doing that. Led to that kind of mistake. But he's not the only one at times that can make plays and make you go, holy cow, what a throw. And then turn around, Mike is here with us with a pointer and everything. Carson Beck is that way too. Look at the number of interceptions. Only 4 quarterbacks in the country have thrown more. We'll talk a little bit about Will Howard and some of, as good as he's been, some of the mistakes that have hurt. What about Carson Beck as they get ready to play a really good defense in Ole Miss? Very alarming, the amount of interceptions he's thrown in the last 5 games, especially when you compare him at this point a year ago. He was so far ahead of the chain as far as being a quarterback taking his team to CFP. I think last year he was like more of a manager. He had guys like Brock Bowers, Matt McConkey. Just get the ball to them, they'll do the rest. Now he's the guy. He has to carry the team. He hasn't really responded well up to this point to that type of pressure.
Agreed. And I think if you think about Will Howard right there, Big Mike, if you could go ahead. 6-1, obviously, that dude right there. Last week was a massive week for him to exercise the demons. He is a Penn State kid growing up, going back in there, throws a pick 6 early, okay? That obviously could be a thing that could wreck him, especially coming off the bye week at the end of the Oregon game, when everybody was saying, early, okay? That obviously could be a thing that could wreck him, especially coming off the bye week at the end of the Oregon game, when everybody was saying this guy's a doofus because an automatic game. He comes back, throws 2 touchdowns, has 2 picks, but he has the Ohio State team rolling. I like Will Howard. I like that guy a lot. I like the way he holds the ball. I like the way his legs are kind of based. You stick with the water. Hey, his legs. That's major factor
at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, people talk about game managers.
And one of the best
that guy's a game manager. But that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. He's got good players around him. He's not going to make bad plays in the game that kills his team. And that's going to help his team. These guys are that one decision at the end of the Oregon game, and that's it. Blemish, he's just trying to make play. Everything else is bad.
Able to get this complete to the talented Evan Stewart. That's another first down.
That one decision at the end of the Oregon game, and that's it. Blemish, he's just trying to make play. Everything else is bad. That's out. You know, the mental toughness, the pass point, it wasn't just the interception. He also, right in front of where I was when we signed, I had fumbled right from another touchdown, and still made the play. Right there. That's the toughness you would expect from a guy who's played as much Thomas. That guy's won a Big 12 championship with the Kansas State. Here's what we got going today on ABC, SEC triple header. Dabble's going to update us.
Thomas, big
coming up on the quarterback situation where the DJ
to the corner of the end zone. Stewart is out of bounds.
Georgia, Ole Miss, Bama, LSU will
so Mario Cristobal's group will keep it as a 5-point lead. It's a 19-yard touchdown reception moments ago.
Got to visit with Christina yesterday, and we're delighted to have her with us this morning here on the quad in Baton Rouge. Still to come on College Game Day.
playoff picture continues to come into shape. Miami has some momentum. Pat talked about exercising demons. Miami might have a couple that they want to get rid of against Georgia Tech. They did have somebody come in and take a shot at Georgia Tech's practice yesterday. And Jordan Davis will be here to give it.
Gets it quickly out there and
He killer alarms in every room.
and getting even more.
We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Right here.
They get it to George, and George strides in. Jacoby George. And there's something different in the air here in South Florida with this group of Hurricanes.
And this is a play you see Steve Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin use a lot. They kind of bring a receiver here in motion.
It's a sign to order from Pizza Hut $7 deal of his
back outside to get the tight end out in front blocking.
Stats matter.
It's just a little
Like 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. So the PN and the Prostate Cancer Foundation want to encourage you to get screened. And now through November, the PN is donating to cancer research for select purposes.
And he goes to Cam McCormick, the big tight end.
When a tough cop finds you on the go, a
9
serve
minutes
would
to
be
play.
silly.
Play action. Van Dyke with time. Going to take a shot downfield. Back shoulder.
Everybody.
Incomplete.
Easy to take off relief anywhere. Chew on relief. Chew on us.
Number 28.
But Van Dyke to pass. Who's ready to show the time and coming back for it was Young. Short of the line to make.
Official sponsor of the college football playoff.
What was mean?
Absolutely drills that one. A 50-yarder from Andres Borregales, the third-year starting kicker. Landed on his lower leg, but he's back in there with him after the penalty. He's going to take a shot right away.
Thanks to general supporters, we're with all
under 6 minutes to play. Trailing by 15. Wickman. A strike again and another completion to Stewart and another first down. Trino looking on, calling the plays for Jimbo Fisher's team. Wickman. With time again,
I do
another strike, and that brings in the penalty flag.
Pass interference, defense number 7.
Gotta have it. Wickman to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Noah Thomas, the big target, delivers.
Watch 31 Bissett come in. Running back just kind of check releases. That was a shot. I mean, when I saw that live,
This would be a real jam of the ACC against the SEC.
Hurricanes take on the yellow jackets.
He goes for 12 yards.
BYU faces their rival Utah.
Van Dyke
Today at noon at 10:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Turn up the power. All the way up to 11. The new Fit 360. With up to 11 times more plaque removal between teeth. Quick, free your mouth.
Struggle with my weight since being a teenager.
Anything that was out there, diet pills, no carbs.
I didn't really know about the plantation until this year. I have a buddy who lost 60 pounds on it. So I got on the computer immediately and probably the easiest thing I've ever done.
I was seeing results without a forced diet change. I've lost 45 pounds so far.
The results have been astonishing.
I've never felt that. I've lost 20 pounds already. Changed my life.
Check your eligibility in minutes at joinxmd.com.
And Wickman able to complete it to Anais Smith.
Hiring freelancers just for small tasks is like hiring Martha Stewart as
he quickly gets it out to Evan Stewart. Here's that corner cat blitz as he nearly lost his footing, but somehow got it to Stewart as Stewart's inside the 20 and brings it down to the 10-yard line. Wickman fading back to the 20, and that ball is intercepted. That is to Corey Couch with the pick to finish off the day.
It was mesmerizing, but it's no match.
As a true freshman last year, rushed for nearly 1,600 yards. It's a play-action pass to start the game, and Dart lobbing it downfield. It's caught by White near midfield. Or, excuse me, Trey Harris, who had 4 touchdowns last week.
And clearly, Coach Kiffin, Charlie Weiss Jr., the OC, attacking the secondary of Tulane early.
Dart again, target broken tackle. Harris with his 5th touchdown in just over 1 game.
Tailgate is built by doers like Sharks late
Then to finish out Trey Harris. They both miss, and it's Harris walking into the end zone. First 3 possessions of game 1, Trey Harris touchdown.
And they went running back by committee last week. We'll see what they do today, but obviously passing situation here at 3rd down and 9. Horton with time, throws it. Breaking free past midfield is Keys inside the 30. They're able to get to him inside the 20, but that's a huge play and a big confidence builder for Kai Horton. Yeah, they flexed out Horton wide to the right and put Makai Hughes in the game as a Wildcat quarterback. Takes off to his right and into the end zone for a 2-lane touchdown.
John Mateer is the only one in both camps. Miami and Georgia Tech play today. Those are Miami fans that slipped into practice and got some video of his team working out. Not sure if it's going to go or where his team will try to follow that later on. Remember last year, they interior the 2-lane offensive line. You know who recovered that fumble? Kyle Kennard, who is now in South Carolina.
Darwin puts her in his face. And he's set back in the 48-yard line. Eric Hicks
Christian Leary for a touchdown.
Loss of 8.
Against this Ole Miss rushing attack for the 2-lane front 7.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11.
Don Chaney and Mario Cristobal.
Dart in trouble. Gets out of there and then sacked at the 18-yard line.
Now, one-score game for last
He was brought down by Darius Hodges.
Win last year.
Frazier Mazin on to punt for the 2nd time.
In fact, every game
Jaquan Jackson who had that drop on the last offensive possession.
It's like they get to a point and go, well, we might let you win, and they go, oh, yeah, absolutely. He's the difference. I mean, I went over to campus, went to the football building. I spoke to players, offense, defense, coaches, even spoke to the team chaplain.
Play action,
and to the man,
on
they
the
said 3
boot,
things
being
about
chased,
campus.
in trouble, and thrown down at 32
he doesn't
by
get too
J.J.
high, and
Pegues.
he never gets too low, no matter the circumstance. Number 2, from day one,
took a
when he
while to
stepped
get
forward
back
that
there,
campus
but the
of
kick
he was
is
a leader.
good.
Everybody found him. They loved his leadership.
Had a knee injury last year, couldn't play, but he's back in a big way here in 2023. First down, play fake, Horton setting up, and the pass is caught. Reaching out to stab it at the 47-yard line. Mule Keith Brown, gain of 16. Confident throw from the pocket. 6-minute mark, and the ball in Ole Miss territory. Horton back to throw. Looking downfield, and the pass is caught. He had 2 guys wide open downfield. He could have thrown to either. He went to Jackson and pulls it in for 6.
The vertical threat. Going to come out of the slot. It's going to be a slot fade. Get him matched up on the safety. 25, Trey Washington. And Trey Washington just gets kind of turned around.
I see a great player like Campbell.
Fired by Kai
the old movie
for a big touchdown pass and a 2-score lead.
He says, let
the 2-lane greenway.
How does that happen if you're Ole Miss on defense? You let 2 guys get alone deep.
Safety bit up in the middle of the field. The outside right from Brazel was wide open. The slot fade got behind the other safety, Washington. As you mentioned, partner, dealer's choice. There wasn't a bad option. And Kai Horton with his first touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the other safety's in a bind, Dave. When you're trying to get 2-on-1, you got to pick one. But the Buffs, they look for real. They're in Colorado.
I said top 10 earlier. I think I got a little probably excited there. But top 15 for sure. Darts pass but hanging on to the ball is Jordan Watkins. Darius Swanson with the leg, but it's a first down. Lit it up. Transferred Ole Miss. Up and down year last year. Off to a hot start this year. And Dart's got one around. Inside the 25. Scoots out at the 21. Gain of 12. Let's see what happens first on the 37-yard field goal try from
since the Pony Express, and it's legit.
The kick is good, and so Ole Miss is back within 7.
But don't sleep on
shuffling in the American Conference in terms of realignment. As Horton's pass on the money, and that's batted free at the last second. Will they rule it a catch and a fumble or an incompletion? It was recovered by Tulane anyway. A touchdown on the 3rd play of the day, setting up a wide receiver screen, and Jordan Watkins has a ton of green in front of him. Stays in back down the sideline, and finally bumped out inside the 35 at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 29. Biggest play since the first possession. possession.
Well, they ran Watkins in motion. Nobody stayed with him. No one accounted for him. Wide open. They were big Patrick Jenkins with a good rush, barreling down dog.
Gives him a chance to go up tempo. And they keep it wide open. It's Jenkins on the backfield this time inside the 10. So they complete that big play, allows him to go up tempo. Tulane doesn't get lined up. It's another 22-yard gain. First and goal on the right over the ball again. This is what happened on that first drive. 3 quick plays right down the field for a touchdown. Looking to tie the game. Give the Judkins inside the 5 and dives into the end zone for the Ole Miss touchdown. Their point after away from
what motivated them.
When shot Judkins just had the touchdown run last drive. Here he goes again across the 40. Out to the 44 for 12 yards.
To take on Florida.
Play clock down to 6. Already had to burn 2 timeouts because of that. It's a 2 and they snap
Today,
it.
let's pay with Bear, America's most trusted pick. Well, with Bear, you can hit a home run for under $100.
Near midfield.
More?
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Bear quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Check this out. Let's say you want to build your own parlay.
Horton from the pocket, and his pass is intercepted.
If I parlay this money line with these points and total yards,
inside the 30.
that is boost.
Prince inside the 20, and finally tripped up.
Booster.
Lawrence Keys was running a 9 route, a go route. He just runs straight down the field. Pass gets delivered.
Profit
It looked as
boosts,
if
all new parlay lines and up to $1,000 in bonus bets with a first bet
Seven
recent
Prince
on
that runs the route
ESPN Bet.
for him, and an easy interception, and an outstanding job after the pick to pick up big-time yards, setting this Ole Miss offense up at the 12.
Down in 19 to start the 4th quarter for Ole Miss in a tie game. Battle of ranked teams. Jackson Dart, quarterback draw.
When you can't rely on technology.
From the defender, he's inside the 20 and inside the 15. Finally driven down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Great run by Jackson Dart. Pickup of about 20.
Big sack to get off the field.
28-yard try from Caden Davis to give Ole Miss the lead. And the kick is good. And the Rebels have the advantage for the first time since early. They moved the ball back after that 3rd down play. A yard that may have been enough to cost him as Dart's taking a shot downfield. Here going for Wade. And grab inside the 30. Adjusting to meet the football in the air.
A little surprised we don't see him elect to kick the field goal.
Well, maybe he's thinking either up 3 or 6. We still lose if Tulane gets a touchdown. So they're going to try to pick it up on 4th and 4. Pressure in Dart's face. Gets away.
Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year membership. For the deals you desire, join Walmart Plus today and shop Walmart Black Friday deals first.
Downfield for a big score.
Blocking
Clem's
eyes
not
with
a
his
morning
quarterback,
person
running away from
or
the
a people
coverage
person,
to green
but he
grass.
is an I can solve this in
Jackson
4
Dart
different ways person.
finds his
You
target
need
for a
Clem.
huge
Clem needs
Ole Miss.
benefits. Work with principals so we can help you with the plan that's right for
Got an open receiver. Jackson on the run. Inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to the 8-yard line with 3.5 minutes to go.
Sure.
Gain of 34. It's 1st and goal.
Oh. Did you just sing that you're going to bench me with the avocados from Mexico?
He splits the uprights there. So it's a 1-score game, 27-12.
No way.
To take a chance at a block or a miss and give Tulane good field position.
That's cool.
That one better than I thought.
Get another trick. And the kick.
Wow! 56-yarder to put this one away.
just made.
The Davis showing off the line.
Not too bad, but
That receiver's
check
not
this out.
lined up, so it took a little bit of extra time. Horton in trouble. Gets drilled down. Pops up. It was knocked away. It's a live ball. It's picked up by Jared Ivey. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Exclamation point. Ole Miss.
Kyrie Coleman, so disruptive, creates negative plays. He's an excellent blitzer. Slow at first, reading the quarterback, kind of spying, and closes on the quarter.
Spencer Sanders in the game at quarterback. I'm just going to hand it off here to Matt Jones.
Experience the
And that'll
art
do
of
it.
high-pressure brewed coffee and espresso
Ole Miss
with the Love Barista
with a big
system.
road win
Enjoy
against
richer,
24th ranked
bolder
Tulane,
flavors complete with
37
velvet smooth
to 20.
crema. For a satisfying moment unlike any
Moments ago, 3rd and 1. Daniels. Ball is out. The ball is out. It's still loose, and Miami believes it. Van Dyke Lofts it downfield, and it is caught by George, and he's still going. Jacoby George, right on in. Empty backfield. Here's Shador with time. Shador in trouble. Sanders breaks contain, fires it down the field, and caught by Travis Hunter.
And Caleb is looking for just about anybody. This is where he really is devastating when he starts becoming a maestro. Look out! There he is! Touchdown! Dorian Singer singing his own tune.
Oh, what a catch!
They want to certainly save it. Is that going to happen?
To the end zone! Caught! Touchdown! Chris Lewis again!
Downward dog master, ready to go. He's going to join us in a little bit. Ashton Genty, Marty Smith delivers a tremendous story.
To cost him his Dart, taking a shot downfield. Here going for Wade. And what a grab inside the 30. Adjusting to meet the football in the air.
Free play for Sanders. Over the middle. Caught for a first down. Travis Hunter. The move from Hunter after the completion. How about the athleticism?
Travis on 3rd and long. Got time. Flings one. Caught by Coleman. His second catch. Down the sideline as he avoids a tackle. Hurdles the defender. And taking
Florida and Texas. Florida has already made the announcement. Billy Napier is coming back next year.
back in Bama territory. Ewers from the pocket. Now he'll lost one downfield. A ton of air. Running underneath it. Worthy's got it.
Shows pressure off the edge. They're coming after Glantz. Gets to the outside and then is hammered.
Play of the drive, and the pass is caught by Farouk into the 5. Touchdown. There in the middle.
His quarterback, Quinn Ewers, has now thrown a touchdown pass in 19 consecutive weeks to help that week heal a little bit more.
Goodness, what a grab.
Long for his quarterback.
A big freshman tight end. Benny Boone lowering his shoulder.
You see Benny Boone coming up, and that's a huge man to hit, and he absorbed all of it.
Played last week, the transfer from Syracuse. High throw and a big hit. There's Sonny More throws and movement.
Gets the handoff. Look at that cut. Look at this one. Touchdown, Dylan Bell.
They've been on the field a long time, and here comes Zachariah. What a great
Should look to Kellen. Blockade Rose.
Carson Steele running over Aztec.
Down from the Oregon this time. He's a Texas kid coming out.
Morris under pressure. He's got a canyon to run through. Chandler Morris with a first down.
Of the freshmen and sophomore.
Martello didn't see him coming. He got blasted.
He's got to keep her on the edge. Makes a nice cut. Going to make the catches. Adonai Mitchell. Checks it down with the tight end. Jatavian Sanders.
QBR hasn't quite been the same. He's also thrown a pick in 4 straight games. What do you see from the Hawks?
Now the handoff to Wright. Wright's got some room, breaks some tackle.
Continuing to get points.
And then the tailback saw it, cut back, made a nice little move there. Got a burst up the
middle. This about Billy Napier. I called it bowling a couple of years ago.
Milton to the end zone, touchdown.
Look at how
Low snap, bobble. KJ Jefferson will pick it up. Throws toward the end zone, touchdown.
It's a lot to like with this
With Lane in the slot, they store real routes. Down the sideline, leans for the end zone, and Here's Maccabee again. Left side, breaks the tackle. Maccabee inside the 5.
Now, Warner's going to make for more likely his first career.
That's what he does to the end zone for Lacey. Got it. Touchdown.
Possess the ball.
Lose and Tulane gets a touchdown, so they're going to try to pick it up on 4th and 4. Pressure in Dart's face. Gets away. Falls downfield. Caught at the 5 by Trigg. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Jackson Dart. What a tremendous play to elude.
Realigning in the way that they want to see the Florida Gators go.
They'll roll again after elude pressure. Launches downfield.
Really showing tonight.
Lewis in the pocket, launching downfield. Mitchell, touchdown, Texas.
A little bit better.
At the 31. He's dangerous. He made a man miss. He's inside the 30. 69 yards. Big 6'4", 250-pound tight end on quarterback Jeremiah Irby. Payne Thorne doing a great job, but enough air under that ball.
Austin Jones in the backfield, and here goes Caleb Williams. Go deep, young man, and why not? Touchdown, Wyndham Wright.
Inside the 10-yard line. Booth's got it. Takes a step to the out.
Watch how he bounces this thing outside. Boom. One more time. Boom. One more time. And then reaches for the pylon, gets it in.
Yesterday about losing his body. Pressures, he throws and completes it on the run. Roman Wilson down the sideline. Just this team was tight. Chunk plays. Look at this first half. Daniels back buying some more time.
Airs it downfield. He wants grim, contested, and he made the catch.
Receptions last year, a second team preseason All-American. You're giving too much room at the line of scrimmage. Fake to him, they set up the screen, and a bounce outside for Pittman to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
I think he's still a good nucleus, and most importantly, you mentioned it then, culture. A culture that
more of them. Hit at the 2, stays on his feet.
This is a place I'm going to consider.
Incredible success in Big 12 championship games, 11-1 during that time. Look at the move by Major, high stepping his way to 6. Mordecai under duress. Stone running after him into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Badgers. Bell. A little motion up front by that Wisconsin defense. Ward on the scramble. Little wizardry in the open.
To serve as the lead blocker. They're going to follow him. Trying to leap over the middle and met at the 8.
Over the defense, and that did not happen right here. That's a jump right into a defender. It was a big hit by Malik Robinson to meet.
Daniels down the left sideline into single coverage. A one-handed grab. Touchdown, Luke McCaffrey. Losing his helmet for the second time in 2 weeks.
There will be a lot of talk for the Pirates 0-2 headed next week to Appalachian State. Ali won't go down! The fight! Touchdown Marshall! Outstanding job. We think this is going to stand. I mean, he spun around at the top of that route, Corey. That is an excellent job tracking the football. You don't need me to tell you, but this dude is rare. He is special.
Jones throws it. End zone. Twisting attempt at the catch, and made. Braden Smith, the grab for the Bearcats, and a touchdown.
They did a great job with this.
Allen. And a couple men miss. Katron Allen inside the 5.
Now LSU's going to run.
Launches it up in a single coverage. Jump ball, and it is caught. Back to work is Robertson. Blows one down the sideline for Jackson. Rashard Smith on the return for the Canes. Catches a seam. Here goes Smith. Would you look at what we got going on in Hard Rock, folks? How about it?
On the first play of a new drive, Bartello had it complete for a second. It was popped free and picked up by Wade Woodhouse. Touchdown, Tigers! 34-yard picks.
He can, if it's a run or not, you're in trouble.
What a hit! You mentioned CJ.
Speed around the edge.
6-yard pickup. Play fake to Reed Daly, the pump fake.
Wants Austin again. Austin's got it.
Wide receiver O'Keefe in the backfield. He takes it from Castellanos, turns forward with a head of steam, bounces off a tackle. He's in the
Landry looks his way. Washington breaks free into JMU territory. Malik Washington makes a man miss.
So these guys are affecting
Every day, spinning his Haynes. Nice move in the backfield. Now cuts it upfield. Across the 40. Here goes Haynes. To the 35, 25. Inside the
Kickoff formation here. Have you ever seen anything like that?
I have never seen anything like it. They're doing a dance. Really great choreography. Whoever set that up, we need some music behind these guys.
So these guys are affecting the game.
Shorter kick, and here comes Luke's again. Now he's got a big hole in the middle. Now he turns it outside. Marion Lukes has got the gas. Inside the 20, he will get all of it.
calls for the ball. Great pocket integrity. Sees the middle of the field in triple coverage, mind you. Isaac Rex, like in so many times past, has come up with a big catch.
Coordinated picture on all snaps.
Oh, this is intercepted, and it's going to the house.
I think we'll match up well against Georgia.
Harris looking to the other corner. Did he get a foot down? Touchdown! Got his target on the interception. Jason Simmons trying to work his way up the sideline. Now he cuts it back. He's got blockers. He's got a chance. Flags come in.
It's in for Bullock. He'll take the handoff. Bounces outside. Switches hands. 10, 5. Dives inside the pylon. Touchdown! Go lead from 13 yards.
They've been able to do all year.
Snyder protected well. Throws deep near side for Johnson. He's got it for the touchdown. Marlon Johnson, second of the game. UB retakes the lead. Meyer on the run. And I think that might have been picked. It was. Kansas took it away.
Wide. Tricks. Got him.
Flipped back by Price. The shot. And it's a jump ball. And McCray out jumps the defense for the catch inside the 35. Hanging on to the timeout in the hurry up. 47 seconds left. Second down. 6.
To Benson with a hole. Still on his feet. Cutting back inside. Headed towards the sideline. Breaking for the end zone.
Rattler on 3rd and 8. Furman brings pressure, hit as he throws. Jump ball! What a catch! Xavier Legette! He is him! Beautiful white home jerseys are in the buckets.
Dumps it off out of the backfield. It's Hyman again with room. Hyman with green grass ahead. Able to split the defense at the second level. And Joseph Hyman is going to take this.
Talking about with the touch. Look how Jack Plummer lays this ball in. They've ball each other for years. They go back to the shotgun, make it a little easier.
Look at that! Threading the window! My goodness gracious! Thresh is gone!
The back judge almost got him. Watch how this ball fits in the window. Right in between.
And Grambling also playing. Yeah, guys, these guys.
Receiver over the middle. Complete to Gatewood. Cuts inside and scores. Bolden coming up, makes the catch, and reverses field. Bolden trying to get to the outside. Turns the corner. Bolden down the sideline. Bolden stays in bounds. Cuts it back. Cyrus Bolden.
As we go along, it's 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. There was a touchback on the last play and a big hitter right out of the break. Audric Esteme's going to go the distance. And 80 yards. They scored 45 in a 3-point win. Hartman to the end zone. And it is caught.
great job helping us out, securing our celebrity
Delay
guest.
handoff, 2 more. Full-head his team, trying to stay upright, and twice more. Give him 6.
He's on. First and 10. Kim looking for Glover. What a catch by the red shirt freshman.
Take a look at Keaton Slovis. Buying time in the pocket, steps up, the rush goes right around him.
He must like the right hash. 40-yard attempt to become the Big 12 Special Teamer of the Week and give UCF the win. Here we go. Oh, did he? You bet! Boomer has done it! Don't forget the big guy. UCF wins in Boise, Idaho.
Your record label is taking off, but so is your sound engineer.
Oh, what a ball game.
Indeed you do. Our
He's just
advanced
in a
matching
great
helps
rhythm
find
right now.
talented
5 for
candidates.
8, 66 yards. Watson back in. Watson trots into the end zone. And a first touchdown of the night.
So is your sound
The Memphis
engineer.
Tigers.
You need to hire. Indeed you do. Our advanced matching helps find talented candidates, so you can connect with
Look
them
at this
fast.
right out of the gate. Lavatine throw on first down.
All right, Tina.
Jaden Umbarger on the reception and a gain of 4.
Okay, not soccer,
First
but
2 games
yes.
completed 70% of his passes. He's going to throw on first down, dumps it down to Blake Watson. This kid can move. Watson, you see it there. And how about that for a gain on first down from Memphis? 21 yards to the talented running back, Xavier McDonald and Elias Perry team up to tackle. Ryan Silverfield, the head coach, talked about Watson, 2-time 1,000-yard rusher at ODU,
For savings and
transfers
service, get
in,
more with
and
Geico.
immediately making an impact for Memphis. And again the throw over the middle. Good shot caught. Rock Taylor. The goal is to get him the ball early. They do.
You know, it's not always glamorous.
3rd and 5. They back it off. Hennigan finds the soft spot in that defense. Joseph skates, makes the catch. Colin Ramos on the tackle, 9 yards. Memphis first down.
I have cancer?
No, you're just getting good.
St. Dennis Medical, Tuesday.
Hennigan back to the middle of the field. It is caught in another first down. Anthony Landfear, the tight end, over the middle for 11. So I hear Navy with the ball first possession. They ran it 6 times, passed it twice. That is a vintage Navy football play. Alex Tuska. There goes Tuska.
Look, you don't need any backups. Even if he has great hair and famous relatives.
I think we're talking about
75
College football.
And
It's
you
a
saw
pepper.
it there, him running away from that secondary of Memphis. It's the triple option we talked about earlier. The pull by the quarterback. Great pitch phase by Tuska. Gets out there, and the one thing that Memphis defense said, they have got to set the edge. The fullback can beat us inside.
Great detail about how much respect I have for these kids playing Navy football. We'll talk about their story throughout the night. It is just remarkable what these kids do on and off the field. And a remarkable run there by Daba Fofana to make the eye discipline go all over the field. And when they needed 7, they got 9 on 3rd down. And again, Tuska. Navy's offense is sailing right now. Touchdown, Navy! Lavatine Regis Velez, 16-yard touchdown. And what do we have here? After a gain of 2. Hennigan fakes the handoff. Quick shot outside. Nice play, Memphis. Anthony Landfear.
Quite emotional, Matt. As soon as they came back down here, Jeffrey Kenton, our coup, was screaming at his troops. Spit flying out of his mouth, things we can't repeat on TV. Let's see if that energy translates here on this possession.
So it's still Lavatine at quarterback, and it's still Daba Fofana right up the middle, and they are getting chunk yards now. Ball's out. Memphis there. And Memphis recovers.
Cormonte Hamilton.
To the Colorado team that doesn't already need it. They're playing with so much confidence, and people just keep motivated.
So loss of one end around from Memphis. That's Rock Taylor, and Rock Taylor cannot get away from the mids. Nonetheless, Buck sets down 3rd and 9. Labatide to throw. Has time, swings it back to the right side. Navy's defense, or Navy's offense rather, another first down. The Memphis defense struggling with their tackling. Teska the setback. Quick throw to the outside. Memphis defense can't get there. And a first down Navy. Eli Heidenreich tackled by Canton Arku at a gain of 13. So spring loaded. 2nd and 3. Here comes the blitz. Hennigan gets it off. Then skates again. Skates past the first down marker into Navy territory to the 40 and a gain of 9. Tackled by Ramos. So 2nd and 4 under a minute. Still 2 timeouts for Memphis. Hennigan keeps his eyes downfield again. He's been checking down a lot. Watson makes the first man miss, and that is a great individual effort trying to get Blake Watson going again. He scored the touchdown. Still the 2 to use if they want. And again over the middle. They'll probably use one here. Yep. To Rock Taylor. He's been busy. Andrew Duhart on the tackle. That'll be their 2nd timeout. 8th play of the drive. 2nd and 5. Hennigan. End zone. Hennigan. Touchdown. Rock Taylor. 7-yard throw.
Call it Death Valley all you will. Before 6. Coming again.
Hennigan up top. Flag caught. Rock Taylor. That matchup's been going back and forth. How about Rock Taylor? He had the touchdown earlier on a one-on-one ball.
It is alive.
So 1st and 10. Labatide going to take a shot. Has a receiver wide open. There goes Chapman. And what a big play. Just talked about it a second ago. Flag at the end of the play. Navy's been hitting it with big plays all night. This another one for 58 yards.
But what it means to everybody associated with
the straight T formation.
I think this is the hardest place
right up the gut, right into the end zone, and Navy answers. Anton Hall Jr.
It's fantastic, and I think it's great for college football. But one of the stories I like to tell is David Toms won the PGA championship when I was a coach here. And I used to have a guest guy run out the tunnel with the team. So I said, David, would you run out with the team? He said, absolutely. So he runs out with the team. Game's over. We won the game. I said, David, what was more exciting, winning the PGA championship or running out the tunnel? He said, no doubt, coach, it was running out the tunnel.
They've got to go faster to see if they can throw off the pressure and not let Navy get lined up.
They hand it up the middle to Watson. He keeps his feet turning. That's going to be a first down brought down by Landon Robinson.
What does that timer sound like whenever
Memphis just 257 yards total offense. We approach the end of the 3rd quarter in a big 3rd and 11.
And you know what? You know who's going to lead the team out tonight against Alabama?
Across the middle. Good catch. Good throw. And instead of getting upfield, he's short of the first down. Demir Blankovsky.
Their base look. This is what their bread and butter is for the Memphis D.
And then Labatide shoots it over the middle. He's going to be held short.
Just from a big picture standpoint,
on the reception and a gain of 7.
How they play week in and week out.
Of course, Mike Norvell, head coach of Florida State, took this Memphis program on to great things. And Blake Watson doing great things with his feet. What a run by Watson.
They love this crowd. They love playing at home. As Nick said, there's not a better environment to play in. So this momentum will be carried throughout the game. Now, you got to stay focused.
I don't know why they didn't know why it was called biscuit.
They did update us on that when he was born. He was little and round, looked like a biscuit. Hennigan just trots in. Puts the biscuit in the basket.
Single play.
And a touchdown for Hennigan.
It's amazing.
It's Kobe Drake again deep to receive.
Since you've been here, you have 9 comebacks.
But
when you've been down by double digits in most of the country.
Put that spin on it right there.
I mean, that's
like a fetching wedge right there. See if they come or they bail out right here.
Never give up, keep fighting back. Well, I think it's the character that we have with our guys.
Hennigan's got to be careful. Hennigan tries to step up, but he's brought down again.
The traits that they have.
Landon Robinson and Will Harbor.
For the most
and what a story Landon Robinson is to get a start at Horvath. He thinks the better thrower. Let's see what kind of option he gives them. Right out of the gate.
And this group knows that. Now,
Obviously, we're going to have to do it for 4
to save
quarters.
the touchdown. 2nd and 10. Horvath just can't get it going with the option.
We're going to have to play for 4 quarters.
And that's Cantu Arku. The leaders are starting to step up now for the Tigers.
Actually, new kick. Nathan Kirkwood in the kick right here.
Kirkwood the kick, 35 yards.
This year, really focusing on the
Nothing to it, up and good.
Had to make some adjustments.
Coaches after the play here. 2nd and 5 after a gain of 5. Up the middle. Blake Watson is a one-man machine. There goes Watson. Can he punch it in? Watson extends.
His ability to impact the game is really what's going to be important for us.
At the 1.
This is a big turn in the game. Now, we're on the road to the SEC. And Nick knows this.
Ball's out in the end zone. Watson got it. But Navy, what a turn of events if Navy recovered that. They say they did.
They did.
And Navy gets the ball.
So much attention on Swinson. Tackles.
13 carries, 142. 2nd and 7.
No doubt. And you can see the attention that 4 has been getting.
Horvath. He's confident with the ball. It's out again. Memphis is there.
Shot to the quarterback. We get a great deflection. We get a touchdown.
Hey, Coach, tonight, obviously your defense is going to have to try to keep Jalen Milroe contained.
Watson who fumbled it. Fumbled it again. The ball popped out again.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming.
Okay,
First down means it's timeout time. Hennigan over the middle. He gets picked off. Seth Hennigan just threw an interception.
He's a Louisiana kid. Feels like he takes a lot of pride in the state of Louisiana.
And it's Rayon Lane on 3rd and 11. 2 penalties. Makes it done. 2nd and 7.
Football in keeping them at LSU for
the
you.
run outside.
So first and foremost, this program and its roots
First
and its
season in the American
tradition and history
Conference
is built on the state of Louisiana.
Army
And our players have a great amount of pride in playing for the flagship university
over the last few
in
years
LSU.
between these two
so
teams.
You can tell that in the way they played. We talked about in terms of coming back. There's no quitting this
Army
football
will take
team.
it out at the
And the same thing with
25-yard
Garrett
line.
Nussmeier. Yeah, he threw a couple of
backfield
picks, but
in
he
the
has
early
such
season.
confidence in his ability. He just went back to his process.
Daly will
He
keep
worked
it.
harder this week, and he's going to come back
run.
with the same kind of
Close to
confidence
the
and play the game
UTSA
the right way
crowding
this
the
weekend.
box, expecting
Well, Coach, first
run.
of all,
They
the
get
kicks
the
are fired.
run,
Yes.
and Army able to move the chains, and Reed escapes.
The culture you instilled here.
They will run it to the outside. It's Miles Stewart, 7th carry of the season, turns the corner
So
and
look,
bumped
at
out of
the end of the
bounds.
day, if you want
Short
your
in
guys not
motion.
to be jumping offside
And that's the
in this
quarterback,
environment, if you
Daly.
want them to do the little things
The
the right way,
fullback
the
lead
attention
with
to detail
Buchanan paving
that
the way.
requires championship football teams to do. You can't let them do those things.
Daly
off the field.
hands it off,
Get
and
the
it's
class,
Reed
doing
surging
showing
ahead
up
for a
early,
first
being
down.
on time, the
And
details.
so Andre,
it's 24/7,
that's
and you
it.
can't just talk
Short
about
the
it.
motion,
If you give
man.
it lip service, then it's
Daly
not
will
going to
keep.
show itself on the field. And Coach
he's
knows
got
this.
a
He's
first
done it.
down
He
for
is the
Army. This
champion
drive
of this. And he
continues.
wrote the book about it, and he parlayed it. But my
Reed
point is,
into
he
the end
parlayed
zone
that
for an
onto
Army
the field.
touchdown.
And that's what you have
What
to
a
emulate.
march.
You got to be able to stand behind it
7.5
take
minutes.
action
Yeah,
if
they're
not
running
doing
it from the shotgun,
we had a
but
hell
they're
of a game
still
last year
running
in
it.
Tuscaloosa.
All
And
of what
probably
they
the
changed
one
things
difference
up.
in the game
Ernesto
was Jalen Milroe's
Alvarez,
ability
who
to
normally
make some
would play
plays
center,
with his
as the
feet.
ball comes
That
out,
was really
and
the
Army's
difference in
able
the
to
game.
recover.
So, what have you done defensively to
The
try to
legendary Red Blake has
minimize
more
his
wins
ability
at
to
West
do that?
Point. They'll go
First of all,
for it.
discipline and pass
Daly
rush lines. I mean,
throws
that's absolutely the
downfield,
first thing.
adjusting to the football,
Jalen Milroe is a
incomplete,
player
put a
that you
flag
can't
down.
let him get
Cross in
comfortable.
on the right
gets
side
in
of the
a
line.
rhythm and
Daly
gets comfortable, like probably
runs
any
weak
great
side,
quarterback.
picks up a
If they
first
get in
down,
a
and
zone
Army
of
now
comfort,
7 for
you're
7
in
on
for a
4.
long day with really good
0 for 4
quarterbacks. And he's a
passing.
really good quarterback. So getting him uncomfortable,
Keep it on the
getting
ground,
him out of rhythm,
and there
and
is big boy
when you get into these third down situations, we've got to make sure that we're very disciplined in our pass rush.
Coach, I've been trying to
That
figure out
along the inside portion of the offensive line. This is just good push, and Luke Lopez and Corey Godin have both making their first career starts at the O-line. As Rocco Griffin, the Vanderbilt transfer, rumbles. He's carrying defenders with screen to the outside. It's caught, and that is Cephas, and he's got enough to move the chain. To the air on third down, quick throw, catch is made, tackle made immediately. Quick tunnel screens, things of that sort. You gotta have some unselfish players. Tempo, and there's Henry, the JUCO offensive play. The offense is it's awake now.
93 and 14.
On the ground again, and Henry navigating a tight space, and in for 6.
Season. defense and some flamboyant players too, as well. As you see, one of them is with Jeff.
11 plays, 75 yards. They give it to Robert Henry. Heck of a move.
Tough to prepare for.
That's on his first completion. It's Markel Johnson. And he rumbles across midfield. Daly moves the pocket. Pressure. Hit. Throws downfield. What a catch. Inside. Two tight ends to the right. Daly going right. And Robinson devours him for a long. And Army has now scored on all three drives.
About 5 yards a carry coming into the game tonight.
That is complete to Chris Carpenter, transfer from Colorado.
Question, though, with your teammates here. Let's see what
Buchanan, the running back in the pistol. UTSA crowds the line. They give it to Buchanan like a hammerhead to the 40-yard line. First down.
Definitely a possibility.
Not with the way this first half is.
They're eating fast, you're saying, huh?
That's the grilled cheese sandwich quickly. Over the middle. It's complete. What a throw. The first catch was going to be under fire. And that back 5-man pressure. Daly throws to the outside. And it's complete. Casey Reynolds. That's the first.
And was leading the Tide in practice this week.
Goretzky's kick is up. We're indoors. And he sneaks it through.
Yeah, forward in there for his pass rushing skills.
Again, a quick hitter to the sideline. First down, Cephas. And
the routes developing down the field along the way.
Marburger on the move. Will he run for it? He will. He's tackled in bounds.
The corners are really, really deep.
Army plays 7 off the line. This is going to be a Hail Mary. Eddie Lee Marburger heaves one to the end zone. Prayer answered. Touchdown for Roadrunners.
You see Malachi Moore. Kevin DeBoer, who is going to make his debut as the head coach
He
this
does
year.
not look like he's making his first start.
Together through the transition from Nick Saban to Kevin DeBoer. And his character
PAT is good
in many ways.
And the Roadrunners, as Andre Sona.
If you see a pop of pink flash
In plus territory. Eddie Lee Marburger's got time. Lets it fly down the seam. Artemis reaching. There's a guy on the edge.
Yeah,
freshman All-American last year.
Trying to work it out with one of the trainers.
Edge pressure. And Short makes the catch. Daly saw it coming. On first down. Daly pitches to Reed. Gets the corner. And picks it off. And Goretzky's kick splits the uprights. Quick out, Cephas.
There's a quick 3-step game. Nice little 3-step out. Right.
USA.
My first time meeting her, she just
Barnes through a ward of defenders. And he's close to midfield, a pickup of a dozen. Tunnel screen, Cephas has an opening. Open sesame. Touchdown, Cephas.
They line up 4 receivers.
Joshua Cephas. A house call. On 2 points. Screen pass on first down. It's caught by Johnson. He'll throw it downfield. Austin ahead of the defense and tripped. Guerrilla tactics on first down. Now Daly again to the air. Downfield short. Wide open. Touchdown Armin.
Great read by the quarterback. They slip short right up the mark, but there's nobody back there to pass him off to. What a drive by Army.
The PAT makes it a 2-score game. Low snap. Marburger lets it fly. Wants Carpenter. Incomplete.
Right up the middle of the field.
Little speed option this time. And Daly. How about Daly? Whistles across the 35 again. Let's see if they go to Buchanan on third down. Up the gut.
Don't know that they got, well, yeah, they're going to have it. Barely got it. They're so disciplined. They can take the air out of the football at any time. And then they do that. They start gashing you for big.
Daly to the air. He's got Johnson in the flat. First down and then some. A pickup of 15. Reed. Now it's not even a point. They pick up a first down. It's first and goal.
Oh, it's amazing. Down to 5 and then
Don't go for it. It's Daly. And he's in. 5 for 5 on fourth down. Needs 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Vintage Army. Fourth.
This running game of the Roadrunners.
Barberger lets it fly downfield. Ogle Kellogg makes the catch. He's got it. His second touchdown of the game.
Score that fast like the Roadrunners. You're never out of it. Over the top to Barberger
For this Army team.
Now on third down, Daly again, the keeper. And he's got the first down. That should do it.
That will do it. Now
This is a statement for Army. When you think of, again, a team that have been associated with the traditional triple option for years. You change a scheme. That emotion is real for Jeff Monken.
Heck of a job in terms of a near perfect game, scoring on a multitude of.
They go on the road and knock off UTSA in the Alamo Dome. Final score 37.
And as his profile,
Colorado State will receive the kick. And they'll start first and 10 from the 25-yard line. Get a nice hit on the quarterback.
The last time this
Pelosi gets it out. It was tipped. They're going to say it's incomplete. Dynamic and explosive. Pressure coming. Sanders got rid of it. In traffic, incomplete, and picked off. The first interception thrown of the season by Sanders into the arms of Henry Blackburn. It was off of the hands of Jimmy Horn. Please don't get the ball thrown over your head. Nicolosi underneath completes the pass to Holker. Holker, a dangerous receiver. Third down and 5 for Colorado State. Pressure coming. Pass Horton on the run and another first down at altitude. Got it up in the air. And it's good.
Personal foul.
I appreciate everything she did for me and the joy that she brought into my life.
High snap. Nicolosi in trouble. Threw it away as he picked off. Incomplete. They're going to rule it incomplete. Shiloh Sanders. They moved the ball back to the 22. They ruled it a sack. Picked off. Real estate ahead. Shiloh Sanders showing him his shoe bottoms. Stunned like his daddy. Touchdown.
I don't think anybody's playing. I don't know if he even knew he was doing that.
She still inspired me today by just how strong she was. I feel like she gives me an extra motivation each and every day. You know, when you first meet somebody, you don't automatically think that it's going to be like the best friendship ever in the world, but it definitely was to me.
Shiloh Sanders had that earlier play rebuked.
just a reminder that you never know what somebody is carrying with them. Malachi Moore carrying that with
been
him all
so prominent
long.
here in the last 48 hours. Nicolosi on the move, throwing across his body downfield, caught by Lewis Brown, the fourth, in behind Silman Craig, and that time they threw it downfield and it worked. Pick up a 52. Here's Horton looking to throw it. Got a man and
we've got so much
no
more
signal, touchdown! Holker!
Right after this.
Near the back of the end zone. What a response by the Rams.
When I first put on the
Horton
helmet,
threw that thing on a
like
rope, Lewis Riddick.
Instantly lifted off
to
my
Dallin
shoulders.
Holker for the touchdown. That's exactly the kind of response you need. That's what I'm talking about as far as
with this,
emptying the notebook, emptying the playbook. Dylan Edwards in the backfield
If I
beside
plan
him.
on playing in a professional league,
Edwards
I
on
won't
the
miss
carry, trying to
anything.
get to the edge. The fastest player on this squad. Close to the first down. Gain of about 10 on the play.
New $6.99 meal deal.
Sanders gets rid of it quickly. That's Hunter. Oh, man.
He took some ankles out at the 45, put it on the ground. It's loose, and it's coming back the other way. Cards the third, strolls into the end zone.
Like our eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99.
Touchdown.
Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's eat, drink, and play combo for just $19.99.
And Colorado State with some room service.
Stands is called.
The bus is leaving.
Touchdown Rams.
All right, fine, I'll be on in a second.
These guys are running and hitting. Here's Hunter on the receiver screen. Makes the catch. Trying to apply the straight arm, brought down, but he picked up the first down. Just executed sound fundamentals. Gotta look at Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator. A moment ago, downfield. Incomplete, but a flag down. Intended for Hunter, who took a shot afterwards.
To help reduce swelling, relieve tired, aching muscles, and provide energizing support.
And now some words, Shadur Sanders coming to the aid of his number one target.
These arch and ankle fatigue.
These are fantastic. The more I want them, the better it's going.
If you have to wear compression socks for whatever reason, these are a game changer.
Get Copperfit Energy Socks and these fine stores.
Touchdown! Clean! Weaver, the receiver.
Gotta take it. First thing I noticed was the energy and company that we're going to work out. I'm going to try it. Tryzommer.com.
Hey kids, what do you call the NordVPN Black Friday deal?
Well, revenge is a dish best served in the end zone.
And the locker room was so iconic. It's nothing like I never, because he got a DJ playing music, and it's like, I feel like he getting ready and make it.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number 5 Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world.
Baby, let's go, that's our ball.
Effortlessly adjust to both of you.
That ball's on the turf, and now here we go. These teams have been going at it all week. Started on Wednesday with head coach Jay Norvell.
To keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery with any base.
Limit those explosives. That's what defensive coordinator Charles Kelly said was paramount. Couldn't stop that pass. Bottom of your screen.
The new Clip 360.
Nicolosi with time throws a dart complete to Brown, who picks up the first down. The Rams move the chains. Nicolosi completes it down to the 33.
He did on the pick six, and he's corrected that.
Shopping season bells are ringing.
Over the middle, complete. With a head of steam, Ross Simmons pushed out of bounds near the 15-yard line.
It's these zone beaters against these underneath routes that they've been running.
They run it again. They're going to be stopped up, but it's going to be a first down. That offensive line doing a nice job up front. Nicolosi completes it.
See how the Home Depot Foundation is helping ensure more veterans enjoy a welcoming home. Tremendous work that we're proud to be associated with here on College
Pelosi on the slant. Complete touchdown. Brown.
Take on
it looked like he was hitting the Dion and looked at his wrist and said, I got some time today.
Tillman, who left his career as a professional football player to go serve in the military and gave the ultimate sacrifice of his life. Other teams are honoring American
Colorado State
special helmets today,
up by 6.
Middle Tennessee State on the left. The ones at the Air Force Academy will be wearing
behind
today
the unshakable arm and poise of Braden Fowler Nicolosi.
And many of our members of the College Game Day family have served. Bart Baker,
Sanders,
Game Day, one of our graphics operators,
tripped up and brought down for the sack by Pierce. Second down and 5. Gets another call, picks up the first down, a strong run.
And just creating those running lanes for these running backs to get on to the second level.
Nicolosi got rid of it in time. That's his tight end, Holter.
One of our stage managers.
Some run after the catch out to the 32 on the part of the Colorado State coaching staff. First and 10 from the 33. Little pressure coming off the edge. They couldn't get to him. Nicolosi with Horton coming back to the ball. They're going to say it's incomplete. Kind of impressive, isn't it?
And you see here, he just realizes his quarterback is in trouble. Starts to work back down the stem. You see he's got that right foot in bounds.
They're talking it over on the far side of the field.
I mean, this right here, I mean, look at the extension.
Come on now.
That's a catch.
Returns for touchdown.
That's a catch.
Yes. Of the entire country.
Nicolosi trying to flip the script. Ball came out. It's loose. The Buffaloes recover. Shiloh Sanders with a huge crushing hit. 84 total yards. Shedeur Sanders out of the pocket. Complete. Middle of the field. That's Dawson for the first down. So they are perhaps in slight crisis mode without one of their key cogs. Incomplete. Intended for Horn.
That was really uncalled for.
Fourth down and 6.
And committing everything.
Horton back at his own 15.
To try to go for the good.
They'll try to set up a wall. Horton on the move. And out of bounds at about the 41-yard line.
Personal foul. Illegal horsepower tackle.
Oh, there it is.
Kicking team number 47.
You know they're going to test it.
They're going to run it on third and won't get it. 31-year-old Jordan Noyes, married with 3 children, made one tonight from 52, which is a career longest block. And it dribbles harmlessly into the end zone.
The best player in the country. I think so.
It'll be Buffalo football. Thunder and the fury from Rafi, who actually takes directions. I heard them say, right, turn.
Carrying you. It says you just got to keep your legs moving.
Yeah.
She's 850 pounds, and she can hit 25 miles an hour.
In the backfield, catching the football, running the football with authority.
Sanders complete to his tight end, Harrison, again.
And here comes the pressure.
If you're going to be part of something.
Shedeur got rid of it, complete to Weaver, who came back to the football.
Easy for sure.
It's blocked. Somebody got a piece of it up top. And the field goal is no good. So a little bit of get back after Colorado partially blocked a punt. Pardon me, a field goal.
By the time he was in middle school.
Yeah, this looked like this one wasn't hit real clean in the first place. It looks like he came off his foot sideways.
In Virginia. And then when he was 13.
Nicolosi into traffic and picked off by Silman Craig. Came out of the crowd with it. Sanders gets riveted open. First down catch. Dawson with the reception down to the 30-yard line. Right into a tight window. The completion
is just running the grass and finding open holes.
Sanders drills it again, complete to his tight end, Harrison. They call it their Rick Ross package. They line up in it again. They're going to run it with nowhere to go. 20 yards out.
That's exactly what they did.
Easy. We got a 4-point football game.
High School in Texas.
They're going to run it and pick up the first down. Johnson. Tell you what, if you got a name like Kobe, you know how to ball out a little bit.
That's how you move the chains.
The big school
Colorado without a rushing game tonight. Horton underneath the defense.
One that did come.
That turbo kicked in, and he gets all the way down to the 38-yard line. Pressure coming. They picked it up. Caught and room for Holker on the run. Did he get in? Touchdown, Rams.
26 total touchdowns. This season,
35 yards for the score.
2,200 rushing yards.
That is a sick, and I mean sick catch.
State your pace for running.
Watch Holker coming across the screen, gets man coverage, and watch where this ball goes. Oh, he catches it at ankle height with a defender. 2 safeties high. Now they're rolling down into a single high zone coverage.
Against an empty formation, Sanders gets down safely at the 42. They run it. Edwards with a burst of speed got the first down at the 33.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
2nd and 1. Sanders behind his receiver, but caught Weaver at the 15. Pressure coming. Sanders got away. Not that time. Sacked back at the 28-yard line.
In an ideal way.
4 sacks tonight. They set up a screen to Edwards. Bounced off a tackler. Got back some of the yardage.
And I feel like the same way he went the race.
And that's clean. Got it. They run it. And they picked up the first down. Morrow again. 3 receivers out to the top of your screen. Nicolosi completes it, and it's a first down. Horton, Mr. Clutch.
Of his biggest win as a head coach.
Easily, Q.
Boise State
pass complete.
Mountain West, 74% chance to get
line
in.
drive, end over end.
And you see some other teams.
It is going to dribble out of bounds. You couldn't have placed it any better.
Now, you have to start taking some chances. You got to attack the middle of the field. It's open.
Out of his end zone. Sanders. Boy, great catch across his body. Out to the 15, first and 10.
Into the field. The 4 highest ranked conference champions.
Sanders complete. Dawson down the sidelines for the Centennial Cup.
Now in the first round,
Sanders complete and still on his feet. Weaver down to the 42. Those last 2 really sting if you're Colorado. Sanders
in Tiger Stadium. A playoff
downfield. Got him in. Horn. Atonement! Touchdown!
The champion will be crowned in Atlanta on January 20th. Now, this is now the college football playoff rankings. Remember that now. We have the first rankings rather than
he shook Blackburn out of his socks after the catch.
NC State ranked 12th and seeded 12th.
And now they'll go for 2 to tie.
And Georgia leading their respective conferences. And then you see how these other ones come through. BYU because
he pulls it out, and we're tied. Harrison
because they're leading the ACC. If they win it, they would get one of the buys. We've spent the better part of the last several weeks talking about the number of teams who have hope. All of these teams.
Horton in motion. Nicolosi comes underneath.
The team that
catch
has
by
the
Brown
at large bid at the moment.
Short of the first.
At least until tonight. We'll see where
Edwards on the run.
Well, shooter ranks in here. They're at 15 at the moment.
Brought down to the 45, really and that'll do it for regulation.
Help them.
Part of
now, as we look at
second and 10.
The path starts to narrow.
Sanders with a little bit more time. Runs. There's going to be a face mask. So there's going to be a
playoff-worthy meters. Is the team a long shot? Are they worthy?
Got a little trips to the left of Sanders.
Start with Notre Dame. Tell me where they rank on the
fires incomplete.
As good of a game as he's played, those are 2 bad plays. You see the helmet.
Where are you going to stop? That's an early season loss. I think they need to stop right there. Playoff worthy. I think they're playoff
go empty.
Worthy
5 receivers.
They have a schedule that they can finish strong with.
Sanders pulls. Got it! Touchdown, Harrison!
So if they win out, I think they're a playoff-worthy team.
It's an extended play situation. Watch, he's going to see him. He sees Shedeur, he sees him break out to the pocket left. You see him just stop and then just start working subtly back to the quarterback.
Brown in motion. Nicolosi hands it off. Morrow brought down at the 15, picked up the first down. Nicolosi pulls it out on the slant. Horton with the catch. Touchdown.
Massive game. Don't know if the roster's ready for it yet.
And we're an extra point from being tied. What a dart.
Much more difficult. BYU. And this is a football team that's
Sanders gets rid of it. Complete. Down to the 15. Inside the 10.
This offensive line is continues trying to protect better and better here in the second half.
The reason I say this.
Sanders open. There he is again. Touchdown, Harrison.
They can get into a shootout and win a shootout. Quarterback has got
Sanders got rid of it.
That's always
Nicolosi with a clean pocket. Finds his man. Holker in the backfield. Brown in motion.
But I got Arizona State, I think, at the end.
Nicolosi looking, serving, running, got in, but there's a flag down. Nicolosi steps up into the end zone in a crowd. No good. Picked up by Woods, and it's over. Buffaloes win it. Coach Prime and the Buffaloes improved to 3-0.
They may win the
They were down 11 points in the fourth quarter.
Potentially, that's going to be a shootout, but I'm worried about the defense.
Jared Zirkel's got it teed up, and here we go in the SEC opener.
And that's not the way Georgia would have liked to start. With ball out of bounds, giving South Carolina good field position. College football playoff games, including the national championship last year for Georgia in their secondary. Rattler, plenty of time, and what a throw to look at. And here comes the pressure. Gamecocks pick it up nicely. And across the route, another first down. And that's Juice Wells, third down and 1.
That means kill.
They will run it and get it.
Everybody.
Not by much, now still going though.
And I think that's why the
And a lot tougher run. It's still not finished.
Oh, yeah.
Great drive.
Coach Pratt is doing down there in Boulder.
Rattler pumps one way, goes back the other way. And inside the 10, inside the 5, and in the end zone is Juice Wells for the touchdown. 17 yards, weaving his way through the traffic.
Interesting call this time by the Georgia defense. Three-man line, but they bring 5 players. That's what set it up. Third and long, and Georgia aggressively blitzes on the play. Catch them in a quick screen. They don't have enough players back there. One block in the secondary, and Juice Wells goes. That's a funny call for Georgia.
3 wideouts. And it'll be Edwards again. Dejan in the cutback to the first down run. Carson back, looked one way, came back to Jones across the middle of the backfield, and he's got a first down. That's pick up of 12.
3 for Georgia's offensive line.
Back,
everybody's disappointed.
Down the middle,
They didn't win the big
first
game
down.
last week. But I would
Rosalie
say
Jack
this.
Saints with
They
a
were in the
catch.
big game, so that means something.
Looking left the whole way. And that's the throw.
If they score inside
He
the
won't be the
5-yard line,
One out of 2
Had to be in the
times,
secondary.
it's a different story. But they have to live with the story that
Everybody
they
packed
have. They
in
have to
tight.
finish
Beck's going to try to
strong.
do
They
it
don't have to
himself.
play
He
the
got
championship game
Carson
most
back with a
likely.
quarterback
So I
sneak.
think they are playoff
With
worthy.
3
but not
wideouts and his tight end, and it's a screen to Rosalie Jack Saint, and he gets tumbled down. Carson back home. Up and good. So Georgia had a great drive going, stalled a little bit in motion. Deshaun Edwards, the gain, first down, still going all the way to the 30-yard line. Second down. It's Edwards, big opening off the right side. Deshaun Edwards back under center, rolls out to throw for it and completes it, and it's dealt to tight end for the first down. In the backfield this time. Back in trouble, got away, it shows his wheels. Slides inside the 20 for a first down. And a flag late.
stick around.
I guess I'm the lucky guy that gets
Settling in the slot. Here's a screen. And back to the original line of scrimmage is Dominic Lovett. And it's wide left by a mile. The freshman, the first one went well. That one did not. But they're going to bring some heat off the edge. And it's going to pay off. Going to get a penalty. Face mask, though.
You got to build. If they ever put it on,
play action. Rattler tripped a little bit in the backfield, and now he's going to air it out. Deep ball, got it all the way down to the 26 to look at. Definitely in field goal range. Rattler again going to run with it, and again breaks free. Spencer Rattler with a first down. Yep. He's wide to the left side. Rattler lobs this one incomplete, and down inside the 5 is Trey Knox. First and goal, South Carolina. But now Wildcat for Joyner. Joyner trying to get to the goal line. Did he get there? Yes. Touchdown.
Could you imagine that with a home playoff game?
The carry of Joyner for the South Carolina score.
So after the penalty, 1st and 15, you're wondering if South Carolina can get out of the half. They got out of the half.
This path is going to keep narrowing as we go. Your man.
Dominic Lovett caught the first pass. He caught the second pass, and he got a first down and a pickup of about 10. That's Muse in motion. Back again, going to load and go deep. He's got a man out there and got him. All the way down to the 25-yard line to Robert Thomas.
Balls to the inside, perfectly placed pass.
Biggest play of the game so far for the Dogs. Kendall Milton taking some game cuts running to the 10-yard line. In tight. Dejan Edwards straight up the middle. Touchdown, Georgia.
That's on you.
That lights up the crowd a little bit. 7 yards for the score.
They're saying it's hard to beat.
You know what
the
you're
right
going to be able to
side of
see
that offensive line.
Champions
Van
Classic
Pran,
going to start
Rutledge.
with Michigan State and Kansas. Kansas, big win over North
Trust
Carolina. As our
started
friend
out
Jonathan
at guard.
Wiley calls them.
These guys
Humor
right
them.
here, including the tight end, all plus the center,
ranking
all
show
get the
goes in
push,
between, and
drive,
Duke and
beautiful
Kentucky
combination block.
Square off in the nightcap in the Champions Classic as we go back to just
Near his own goal line.
We're
In
clearly
trouble.
going to
Down he
continue
goes
the
at the
tire talk
4.
over here. Now,
And
Reese,
it's
of course,
Mikael
not
Williams
many
who put the
schools have
pressure on him the
live
last time.
mascots. If
Bell
they
in
do,
the
it might be a
backfield for
bird, it
Georgia
might be a dog.
on second
But
down.
LSU has had a
Carson
live
Beck over the
tiger
middle.
on
Brock
campus
Bowers,
for
first
almost
down.
100 years.
Pick up
Now,
at 12.
special shout out to
Got a
Bailey
first down
and
on a
Ginger
quarterback
and all the
sneak
other
earlier.
amazing caregivers
He's got
to
another
make sure
one.
that Mike the Seventh and all the ones that came before
In the red
are
zone.
healthy and happy.
Thomas in the flat, wide out screen, got the edge, got the corner, got it down, first and goal.
Good combination.
Bell flags down. He's in the end zone for a touchdown, but let's hold on.
I think South Carolina might have 12 men on the field. There's the 12th man going. Quick snap. See it on the left side of the double box.
So tell me, what's a touchdown?
So whether there was 12 men or the guy that was leaving who thought he was the 12th man, he was offside. Either way, it's a touchdown.
They did not have a 3 and out in the first half. Rattler off the play fake. Fires wide open on the sideline and a first down to Eddie Lewis. Still only got 31 yards on the ground. Georgia with a blitz. Rattler with a quick throw again. Kind of the big guy out there, Omega Blake. Georgia brings extra pressure. It pays off. Down goes Rattler.
Brought 6 again.
Switches Dejan Edwards from one side to the other. Comes with a slant. Complete. Doesn't glove it. First down.
Another screen.
First down and a lot more. Dylan Bell still going.
Mike the Seventh and Mike the Sixth hasn't seen the inside of the stadium
Beck
since
loads
2015.
deep middle, got his
But
man
as
in
Governor
stride.
Jeff Landry
Rosalie
has
Jackson
made it his mission
all the
to
way
make
to the
sure that a live
24-yard
tiger
line.
is... Oh, you took your shirt off. You're making a statement. You said Omar who? I don't know.
Carson Beck scanning the field.
Calling Omar
Gonna
Jeff.
lob one. He's going to throw it away. Almost didn't get enough on it to throw it away.
By the way, full Mike, I'm told, has escaped a couple of times.
And this one's wide right.
Not good.
I don't know.
What a turn of
We'll
events.
see what happens. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear Road Tested Game
Spencer
Radio.
running out of time. Oh, and he delivers a strike, but it's broken up at the last second.
Perhaps we'll see that here in the game tonight.
He'll get it again. And he blasts his way forward. Bowers settles in the slot. Edwards left side again a first down run. 2nd and 5. Beck fires quickly. Rosalie Jackson's got a first down. Number 1 target.
Major named Brady Burns. Right, Brady, where are you from, brother?
Brock Bowers carries game pass.
So that was obviously in LSU in Louisiana. How do you think the team
Georgia
is
can
going to
get
do
a
against
first down at
Alabama
the
this
3.
weekend?
What do you think?
Jones broke a tackle.
I like the confidence. I've never said anything terrible about a kicker before.
Besides kickers, who hasn't?
As Jones
What do you
catches in
mean, who
from
hasn't said
13 yards
something
out.
bad about kickers before? Kickers have a hard job. That's what this entire thing is about.
I guess.
Okay, Brady.
A
Brady, have you ever
walk-on that
kicked
they
the ball
just
before?
couldn't keep out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he just kept off that beautiful drive.
Okay, so
Xavier
here's the deal on
Truss
this
and Dave
particular
Rutledge.
glorious
Remember,
Saturday
Truss
in
moved
Baton
over to
Rouge.
right tackle.
Brady will be kicking for
Rutledge got that hole. The two
$125,000.
guys over
Obviously,
here, watch
that's
them
the
do
most
their
pressure this
job.
kinesiology major has ever had in
Boom,
his
one
life.
in,
He hates
one
kickers.
in the other
He thinks
way.
it's easy.
Beautiful hole, and take it in the end zone and cash it in for 6.
Preferred walk-on, prefers to score in the next 9 minutes.
He'll be donating $100,000 to hurricane relief. If you make it,
Backpedals,
he'll double that to
pressure coming.
$200,000.
Now he's going to keep it. He's got some open field. He'll get a first down and then some.
What side of the fence you sit on? So
From the 38. Throws complete to Knox. Knox, he's dragging Bulldogs with him across midfield. And another Gamecock first down. Spencer Rattler on 4th and long. Again, hurried by Georgia. Throws incomplete.
A little short. Defense.
Dejan Edwards approaching the century mark on the ground. Will he get the carry? Nope. Going to be Dylan Bell hitting the backfield. Great job by South Carolina's defense.
Kirk has no face. Just in case.
Rattler in his own zone. Has plenty of time this time and delivers a strike. That one got the first down to Mega Blake. Rattler, deep drop, steps up this time and delivers a strike. It's Blake again on the run. Blake across midfield. Big play. Rattler, pressure coming late again. And into traffic and intercepted. Dan Jackson says it all. What do you think? The first interception today for Rattler. I think so. A big turnover for the Dogs. Here in week 3. And Dejan Edwards. That's the way you go over 100 yards on the ground. You blast a big one all the way to the 41-yard line.
I just want to get anybody key player here.
How about this? I haven't talked to the
deep out intercepted.
He said if you would have made it, he would have done maybe 200,000 instead of 100,000.
And he stumbles here on 2nd down, but keeps his balance. Has a receiver open. But at the 40-yard line by Joseph Griffin in the Florida State territory, all the way to the 42. From the 32, Castellanos over the middle, wide open. Inside the 20-yard line is Lewis Bond, and he's heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. The coaches told us they wanted to get Lewis Bond involved early. He scores on his first touch. The BC.
Jeff Hasley told us yesterday it's the best team he's had. It's the best start they've had so far. Eagles on top, 7-0.
For over 70 yards passing and 2 penalties and still scored a touchdown. And now Winston Wright Jr. on the kick return. Gets him up the sideline. And pushed out around the 28-yard line. Plays 2 carries for Benson. Play action pass here for Travis. And he's got his big receiver Johnny Wilson for a first down into BC territory. 6'7", 240-pounder who's had some trouble with drops. Again, Toafili shifting into the backfield. Travis to throw. And a flag is down. The pass is caught down the sideline by Johnny Wilson. Inbounds at the 14 to move the chains. Field goal attempts. This will be a short one as well. 30-yard try. And so Florida State comes away with points, but still trails Boston College.
In the trenches is where the fight's going to be today.
2nd down and 7. Another handoff, and this time nowhere to go. Kalen Deloach all over the running back, Cam Barfield. Great start for the Eagles to swipe together. Been somewhat innocuous and a huge running lane for Castellanos, and he's got speed. Runs out of play at the 32-yard line. We've seen 3 breakdowns defensively.
Bottom to open up the top of the field.
Castellanos is the leading rusher for Boston College. Going to flip it downfield. The catch is made at the 15 by Joseph Griffin, his 2nd catch. I would imagine he'll sling it here on 3rd down and 15 from the Florida State 20. Castellanos instead takes off, and he's got some room inside the 10 and close to a first down and about the 6-yard line. Tripped up by Kevin Knowles. 2 for 2 on the season. And he puts it through to make it 10-3, which means that game clock keeps running, which only helps Boston College. Yep. Travis flushed out of the pocket, throwing on the run, and it's caught by Toafili. Steps out of play after he picks up the first down, and a gain of 19 to the 45.
Well, BC loses contained, comes inside, and an excellent job by Jordan Travis. That's what he's at his best, on the move, on the run, and a dime to Toafili, who's such a good pass-catching running back out of the backfield.
That's his 6th reception on the season. Now for the BC 45. Travis inside the 40. First down for Travis, and stays in bounds before he's finally run out at the 28.
Travis, bootleg, catches bait inside the 10, inside the 5, and a touchdown. Jaheim Bell, transfer from South Carolina.
Do with the ball in his hands, little play action. Again, move the pocket, boot action. No one's there to account for Jaheim Bell. Makes the initial defender miss.
Quick scoring drive by Florida State to tie the game. They have 2nd and 9 from their 10. Castellanos going to dump it off to Barkley. And the first man miss. Great play by 3rd down and 14. And it's just going to be a quarterback run. Castellanos though has room past the 25. He's still going. And then scoots out of play at midfield. A 45-yard run on offense or defense yardage. And we're tied with that. Quick throw, open receiver, tight end Franklin, first down. And finally, ran out of real estate, lost his footing at the 32-yard line, but a gain of 15. And it will be alarming to the offensive lineman. Trying to get outside his Barfield, tackled for a loss back at the 40-yard line by Patrick Payton. Is it a matter of time, Kevin, for Florida State? Just tied the game on the last drive. Run play here for Rodney Hill, getting the edge at the 20, past the 30-yard line before he's banged out of play. Gain of 14 to start this drive.
I love the jump cut. Watch the vision. He sees it open up to the outside. Quality block there by Bless Harris, pulling around. Speed on the perimeter. Boy, 29 for Florida State. He's going to be the next good back. You could tell, asking the staff about him, explosive and elusive and a big pickup.
Going to give it to him again here. Running room again off the right side. Another first down. Going to throw it here. Looking downfield, everybody covered, backing up, in trouble, gets away, flag down, another flag pass across the middle is caught for a first down. We'll see if it comes back. Florida State, Kevin, 1st and goal from the 2, and Benson is in for the seminal touchdown to give them the lead. Moved down the field and had the advantage.
Boy, double here, and a nice job hinging by Bless Harris. Quality hole opened up by this offensive line. Cut vision. Rocky start for Florida State, but now starting to settle in.
Castellanos swallowed at the point of attack.
Hopefully he's able to be healthy and come back.
Castellanos flushed out of the pocket, sidearms it complete, out to the 40-yard line, Joseph Griffin, and he gets out of bounds with 40 at the 42-yard line with 24 seconds remaining. Travis will throw, lobs it deep, and wide open is Johnny Wilson inside the 40. Wilson wrapped up at the 30, touchdown saving tackle by... First down and goal from the 4. Florida State looking to go up 2 scores here. Travis wide open, back of the end zone, touchdown. It's Preston Daniel.
Here for Florida State, as they're going to locate Preston Daniel. Now watch, he's just going to kind of sneak, and then he's going to release. Nobody identifies him. They're selling out to stop the run. Nice play action pass by
Way to refinance, though, your mortgage to pay for the lobster rolls here. Castellanos into traffic, and it's intercepted at the 40-yard line. What an incredible play by DJ Lundy. He was on the ground, and he picked it off. Starting on the 40-yard line with Jordan Travis in the game at quarterback, and he'll throw it. Jaheim Bell comes free, breaks a tackle at the 15. Another tackle, dives for the end zone. And down at the half-yard line, a 40-yard gain, though. Behind him is a fullback. And that's actually DJ Lundy, who just had the interception that was in the game, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Rewarding the guy who makes a great interception by giving him the football at the 1.
Love it. As a defensive player, you go give your head. You can't be your own biggest enemy, and that's what Boston College offensively has been today.
Jet Sweet pitch, Ryan O'Keefe, and Florida State just too much speed. Ventrell Cypress tracks him down, and Jared Verse out there in space as well.
And Alabama's look, the Georgia's look when they've had a national championship run.
Back to throw Castellanos here, 3rd and long. Wide open receiver is Bond, first down and more. Into, check that, Dino Tomlin on the catch. Mike Tomlin's son. Robichaux again, into the end zone, touchdown, Boston College.
Christian Mahogany, Drew Kendall, both these guys doing a really nice job opening up a hole.
That's mahogany on Lovett. Gives BC the football inside the 30. They march down now inside the 10 and a tackle for a loss as Jared Verse is wrapped up. Florida State trying to go to 3-0 and take its number 3 ranking to Death Valley to play Clemson noon ABC next week. Extra point in the last touchdown. You kick the extra point. You know it's a one-score game, but they're going to go for 2 now. If they don't get it, obviously, it's 2 possessions that you would need. It's a good job by Elijah Jones. Plant drive, forcing. Third in the country. Travis dropping back, firing. Open man is, again, Johnny Wilson. How many times have we called his name downfield with no white jerseys?
There were 17 penalties by one side. It's an outlier.
Mastromanno with a line drive and beautifully done. Going out of bounds inside the 10. Castellanos out of the gun, dropping back into the end zone. Steps up, he has some room over the middle. He's past the 15, getting the first down out to the 18. Again, the feet of Thomas Castellanos, a big weapon for Boston College, 13 yards.
Boy, big gaping hole along that defensive line. Opens up, no one open down the field. Castellanos hits the turbo and gets a first down.
Now he'll throw on first down. Everybody covered. Castellanos holding on. Receiver comes free. It's caught at the 40-yard line. Breaking tackles is bound and out of bounds. The ball got poked away, but it went out of bounds. Corey trailing 31-22. Castellanos to throw on first down. Pressure in his face. Throws a deep ball, and it's caught at the 15-yard line. Ryan O'Kane pulls it in. 25-yard gain. Broom is held back. Castellanos will keep it. Trying to get the edge. He does. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Deficit now for BC.
Going to pull the backside tackle and guard. Quarterback counter. It's a really good block on the edge.
But it was a negative play, so second down 11. Credit the front of Florida State. Now Castellanos to throw. Gets hit in the backfield and sacked. Back at the 12 for a loss of 9. Renardo Green, the corner in the backfield with the takedown. Third and long coming up.
How about Adam Fuller pulling out all the stops, a corner blitz here on second down, and Renardo Green comes clean, gets home, and gets Castellanos on the ground. Big sack.
Now you're 3rd and 20 from the 12-yard line. Castellanos back to throw, in trouble again. Stepping up, throwing downfield, pulled in for a first down at the 40-yard line. Ryan O'Keefe. Does Florida State come after him here? 5-man rush, he's in trouble. He's tripped up and keeps his balance. And now sacked back at the 25-yard line. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Florida State.
As they go to Clemson, a team that has dominated the ACC for the last decade. And all of a sudden now, it seemed like there was nothing but answers for Florida State, some questions, and I would imagine a lot for Coach Norvell.
More than likely on that blitz, he'll get home. The stunt, sometimes they show pressure.
Will facing pressure, throws, and it's caught off the carom. Touchdown, Brooks.
It's not about dart, it's about the offensive line affecting them to get the dart so he can't make those plays downfield. And then at times they just went
Well, the pressure's right in your face that time by Chuck Hicks. Nearly picked off, as you mentioned. It was off target to center.
Start the backfield empty.
Have that delayed blitz. Now they don't get home.
And he will design run again around the end. He can't get the edge. A tackle for loss by Austin Moore, the former walk-on, already has 6 tackles for loss on the season.
He's going to be able to make the plays that we all keep talking about. That you just
up at the top of the screen, and Cook's looking that way, throws underneath, and the first down by Schrader as a safety valve, an extra option on the play, and he moves the chase. Head coach said Weiss is an extraordinary leader. The transfer from Oklahoma has helped in a leadership standpoint, a big deal. Now Cook's going to throw the deep ball, and burns past the defense.
Touchdown, Luther Burden. 47 yards.
Including pressure quarterback. Now 3, most important.
Brady Cook needs to find the deep ball. Here's an explosive play for you. Luther Burden the third. Tie game.
Okay.
Stanford Steve, that was an eloquent platform that Lee Corso laid out for him. He made some
Howard on 3rd and 10 off his back, that is picked off. It's Chris Abrams' drain.
You guys touched on the Georgia defense.
3 would-be pass rushers, and then maybe your best pass rusher in the middle, and Tyron Hopper. Hopper's able to get home untouched. There's no doubt that influences this throw. Howard, with pressure right in his face, this time throws a gift.
Walked off the field under his own power. It's 2nd and 8 for Mizzou at the 30-yard line. The little bubble to Burden. Luther in space. Look at the zigging and zagging across the field. Burden almost broke the last tackle for a touchdown.
You see, K-State was adjusting late, and it looked like Austin Moore had shifted to the right side of the formation just in time.
Send it back there with Giddens. Surveying the whole field, throws to Giddens, and Giddens is covered up. He is sandwiched near the original line of scrimmage by Tyron Hopper.
Sennett's going to go this way. Giddens is going to go that way. Watch Hopper. The range that he has from his inside linebacking spot. Had that pressure earlier. You see Howard wanted to go to Sennett.
Kirk has put together
Tigers up in Starkville there. Meanwhile, zigging and zagging is Trayshawn Ward getting out of all those Mizzou defenders' grasp and running for a first down near midfield.
Dogs are known as man's best friend. But what do you call a dog that becomes
Howard
a
into
nature?
traffic, the perfect ball. And inside the 5, down to the 2 goes Jaden Jackson, first and goal. His receiver, Jaden Jackson, in stride to set K-State up on the doorstep. And Ben Sinnott, the sellout crowd on a 3rd and goal.
Making my journeys.
Howard drifts back to the end zone. Touchdown, Ben Sinnott.
I was working in a hotel room or a broadcast booth on the college Gameday set, reaching down and feeling that fur at my feet.
K-State is back on top in Como.
To become a social media star.
With some good fields to work with.
Brady Cook has looked sharp so far. He's back to the air, and wide opens Mookie Cooper. There's a blown assignment in the K-State secondary, and Cooper makes him pay all the way down to the K-State 34.
That's twice now that there's been confusion. That time, it looked like Jacob Parrish thought that somehow he had assignment. Either he was triggering on a corner blitz.
On the beach.
Cook's going quickly, and he's got a tight end down there inside the 10. What a catch by Norfleet.
There's in this old rivalry. First it was Norfleet.
Everyone deserved his love. I think we can all learn from it.
Fake to Burton. Cook touchdown. What a play call from Kirby Moore.
What I experienced with Ben was that, and so much more. Dogs' only flaw as a species is they don't live long
You
enough.
fake the reverse to Burton. Everybody wants it. Brady Cook says, forget it. I'll handle business myself. This time they got Carver Willis back in there at right tackle, number 77, and Beebe, lineman of the year in there at guard.
America's
on 1st and 10, Howard throws, and it's caught by Sinnott. Sinnott covered up, breaks tackles, and stays upright.
They're able to sneak number 34 back there. Hopper in coverage. A heck of a game. And Sinnott ran right out.
Fuel your fandom. Enjoy the home field
Giddens
advantage.
and Ward in the game at this moment. Howard is in trouble. Gets almost got out of there, but converged on at the 31. Raylis George Jr. with the sack.
Also from Advil targeted relief, the only topical with 4 powerful.
In trouble, it goes down, the ball's out, and it's recovered by Mizzou.
Walmart Black Friday deals first.
It's
Walmart Plus members
rush.
get early access to our
You
hottest
just
deals.
can't lose
Join now and get 50% off a 1-year membership. For the deals
on
you
a
desire,
3-man rush.
join Walmart Plus today.
You got 2
and shop
guards.
Walmart Black Friday deals
Sidelines
first.
came out of the tent. Meanwhile, it's Howard stepping up in the pocket and going down. Johnny Walker.
He's been the nucleus of what they've been offensively in the first half.
Deep-fried turkey is here.
Go to the ground to start the second half, and Pete gets dragged down. In the backfield, it's Daniel Green who's been living back there.
With some of their play action and run game looks.
Because when loss of one. Cook pumps and now he gets leveled. Clothesline by Green.
We became his support.
Quick throw and it's batted down at the line but caught out of the air by Burton. Almost broke it past the 15.
Because we were built for over.
And this one is straight into the hill and ties the game up at 17.
While you were away,
Brady Cook,
there were some
who was going the wrong direction on that first drive. This is Heat on an end around, and
fortunately,
Mizzou hasn't had a positive play in the second half.
Your door to me.
On 2nd and 6. Howard throws wide open to Sinnott. What a catch! Inside the 40, stays upright. And they finally get a bunch of Tigers to get him down to the ground at the 28.
Luka pocket just enough. Darius Robinson bearing down.
Instead, it's a 2nd and goal for K-State.
Happy customers
at the 22.
With our 45 chef-crafted varieties and
stays on his feet, throws, caught back near the original line of scrimmage, down to the 2-yard line.
And
Howard staying alive with the pressure once again. It works. Boy, he had to stay with it. Charleston bearing down on it.
That's a triple threat. Couldn't we just tell people Aflac pays cash for expenses not covered by health insurance?
Howard, the jump pass, touchdown, Sinnott.
We got to get you to think bigger, coach.
You got to be kidding.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Gameday.
This Terry's not going to like this.
Sinnott just kind of slow release.
Which looks lonely. That's sad.
Nice catches
So let
on
Jimmy
that
John's
drive
fix
by
that
number
by adding
34
free chips
to
and
take
a free
away
drink.
because they're
Turn an
lining off the
sandwich
so many
wrap
different
into a
ways.
combo for free after
Will
2 p.m.
throw, plenty of time, throws into double coverage, and it's caught. How in the world did Theo Weiss Jr. make that grab?
Heavy play action, your back's to the defense. Had a step on Parrish.
Well, you're right, he dropped a dime, didn't he? He's going to throw again. He's going to throw the deep ball. He's got a receiver down there, caught by Marquise Johnson. That's the first catch of the true freshman's career. He beat Marquise Siegel for 37 yards.
Working in the slots. They got the matchup that they wanted. He's matched up against the safety. So on the heels of a big play, Kirby Moore goes back-to-back shots downfield. It's his first down, not just efficiency, but explosiveness that they've had.
They run the football. There's a good burst from Cody Schrader. By far his best run of the day. Down near the 40-yard line, and a flag comes in because they grabbed his face mask, VJ Payne. And that was Schrader who busted it against South Dakota. He busted this one for 36 plus the 15.
It's going to be hot. This Big 12
Great job by
race
the
is
official.
a
That's
jump
clear
with
call.
Texas Tech.
Now the big run.
Beating Iowa State last
Pumps
week.
throws, Burton
In the middle of
in space. That's where you want him to get the football, and he takes it to the house.
Seasons precisely reads very accurate. Of course, Travis Hunter, outstanding two-way player, offense and defense. Heisman favorite right now. You got Tech's quarterback
for 100 on the day for the most talented player on Missouri's roster, Luther Burden III. Mizzou leads K-State. First and 10 on the 40. Howard missing open, throws underneath, and there's Ward out of the backfield, getting open, and slides down inside the 30.
By K-State, clean pocket. Ward leaks out late. Howard stands in there.
Don't go in there and get upset. You know that
Four on the Brooks catch.
in front of the mighty Utah.
And now it's Ward running with flags all over the place. Inside the 10, down to the 9.
It's terrific. It's like at the bottom of the Big 12 all over the place, but this could be a challenge for them with BYU.
Flags right away, just comes
win over
popping out.
SMU. The resume is strong for them.
It is Brooks.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you this.
Mevis kick on the way.
He's really a good player.
It's
But other than that, their defense
There's
plays
a
well.
flag down.
BYU's defense has taken the ball away.
Missouri at the moment has walked it off.
They're great scoring in the red
But there are
zone on
flags all
offense.
over the
So
field.
they do the little things you have to do to win games, and they've found ways to win games. They've come from behind twice twice in the games in the last 2 minutes.
And if you talk about this
He caught the one earlier in the game, Fat. He cured.
This crowd really can't impact the game, and LSU has a massive challenge today.
Mississippi State won the toss. They elect to receive. Close to becoming a record setter. He's one catch away from becoming the all-time receiving leader in Mississippi State as they go to Justin Robinson. See him on the edge, bottom of your screen, 3rd and 10. He's coming around the right tackle, but Rogers able to get rid of it, incomplete.
Totally agree, man. I mean,
Daniels to pass on 3rd and 2. Looking for something. Trying to extend the play, being chased, and is able to connect well with Diggs. And Diggs has it out past the 40-yard line. So that is exactly what Jaden Daniels can do. Gains of starting experience now for Daniels. Pulls it out from Diggs again. Flag is down as he made his way to the 48-yard line. Watson again with the tackle.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 94. The 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
1977.
They go with the tap pass to Neighbors, and it works. Well blocked. And Malik Neighbors is able to move the sticks. Empty look here as Diggs motion out at 2nd and 1. Back under the middle for a first down to Chris Hilton.
We got a coach score so special. Missouri's ranked.
Flag comes down as Diggs pushed ahead. LSU. He's able to put it through.
Just like the LSU baseball team. Sure, the Missouri head coach
Daniels
could use some extra motivation.
as wide open as Neighbors. Remember, he was favoring a shoulder moments ago, right back into the game. 2nd and 2. And quick to the outside to Chris Hilton. And what a good start for Jaden Daniels. Daniels on first down. Gonna take a shot to the end zone. And Neighbors comes up with it. Malik Neighbors, outstanding touchdown catch from Jaden Daniels, who's a perfect 12 for 12 to start the game.
On the fade throw. This is a throw they haven't hit a bunch of early this season, but they hit that exact same play in this game last year on a 4th and 3 situation.
Jaden Daniels has been a perfect 12 for 12. Do we hear 13? Here's Williams. Williams breaks the tackle and he's out to midfield. Nice play by Josh Williams. 3rd and 6. 4-man rush. Hooks up over the middle. Thomas with one little juke move and then a sprint ahead for a first down Tigers. Here's Daniels on 4th down. Gonna launch it to the end zone. Neighbors holds it in again. Malik Neighbors, my oh my, how about Jaden Daniels and this Tigers offense roaring?
LSU does a great job picking up the blitz on the inside, and it's just too easy. There's no contact. He never reroutes them. It's a perfect throw, and you see Jaden Daniels staying in the pocket and taking a big shot. Joe, that extra 15 pounds you were talking about that he added in the offseason comes in handy on a play like that one, but also Daniels is just playing better.
Here is Daniels. Look at the time he has, and he's got a man wide open, and you know who it is. Malik Neighbors is just lighting it up this morning. Diggs straight ahead. There's that pad leverage and that physicality that Brian Kelly wants to see. But instead, it's more of that. As Josh Williams goes ahead for the 1-yard touchdown, and you are seeing every facet of this LSU offense.
But if they play to their standard, they're going to be very, very difficult to stop. As you see Williams going in for the touchdown.
And the quarterback's fantastic, so I think Texas Tech going to have a tough time stopping.
There's Marks on the ground. Best play they've had in quite some time, and it comes from Woody Marks as he goes down the sideline for a chunk play that they desperately needed. Yes, here's 4th and 4. Off the timeout, pressure comes in, gets rid of it, and gets it complete to Tulu Griffin, and he gets the first down by inches. 52-yard run. Jet motion, Tulu into the end zone. Tulu Griffin.
And look at Marks here at running back number 7. Gets just enough of Perkins to create some space for an All-American kick returner in Griffin, a guy who is so good in the open field making people miss. This is the whole key for Mississippi State coming back in this one and waking the offense up, Joe.
His team, and now another challenge in front of him here. They're down in 2 and moving ahead for the first down motion. Diggs in the backfield with Daniels, who's been red-hot accurate. And he is again to Brian Thomas. This is a sensational performance by Daniels.
It was an opportunity to survey the field and throw a completion.
And Buke Watson is one of the best in the SEC. And this is exactly what you just mentioned, Jesse. Daniels and his ability with the ground game. 3rd down and 8. Pressure comes. They pick it up. Ball is tipped and falls harmlessly.
In the Buffalo's roster. They're going to have to probably swagger between flying tortillas.
And a good drive and rotation, and in and through. LSU opens up the second half. Marks, he will have it, and he will have more. So a first down for State.
Most yards, most catches.
Play action now. Rogers spins out. Looks downfield to the outside back shoulder as he looks to Xavion Thomas. LSU sideline is saying no, he wasn't in. But you see the official coming over and marking the ball as a reception. Tulu Griffin, their speed burner in the slot. 4th down. Rogers launches deep into coverage and incomplete. He was given Xavion Thomas a chance.
All right, we'll keep an eye on
Jaden Daniels on first down.
At the top of the hour, the Tide rolls into Death Valley.
And this is what he can do. And look at what he can do with the legs to the outside as Daniels then cuts back, takes a big hit. That was Sean Preston.
After video review, number 7, targeting defense. The 15-yard penalty is at the end of the run. The target is with the crown of the helmet. It'll be first down LSU.
Daniels able to get free. He's looking for a block downfield. He's got the first down as he ducks out just before the 10-yard line. Daniels, can he get there? Yes! Touchdown, Jaden Daniels. What a day for the senior quarterback.
This ball can go to number 3, number 5 can keep it, or you can spit it out to 86. It's modern-day triple option offense.
To week 1. And you see what this offense is capable of as Jackson now shows what he's all about. The true freshman from Liberty Magnet High School right there in Baton Rouge, who's Jackson with a stiff arm into the outside and then bowls over Isaac Smith. 3rd and 3. Quickly to the outside and another first down on target to Malik Neighbors. Are they ever? And Daniels keeps on having his kind of day to Caleb Jackson. A team that's thought about as a college football playoff contender. 3rd down and 2. Jaden Daniels, he will spin for the first down. So what happens, you play a game like that, but he can't wear number 7 because he's an offensive tackle, so he's wearing the patch. Daniels downfield and right into the arms of Malik Neighbors.
It's another double move.
1st and goal.
After 2 p.m.
Daniels pulls, gets free, and spins in again. Jaden Daniels with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. The Tigers are
this offseason.
Speaking of new quarterbacks, Mike Wright as he gives to Tulu Griffin, who turns the corner and shows you the speed. One of the best return men in all of college football.
Not being on the same page.
Seth Davis out of the backfield, gets it in stride, and scoots ahead for a first down for State.
In a tough environment.
Only at the Home Depot.
3rd down and 4. Mike Wright.
2 sides and 2 drinks for $19.99.
Here's Wright.
Feel that good, makes me glad I
and going right into the end zone is Antonio Harmon.
You sure know your way to a girl's heart.
Dr. Patel will be administering the anesthesia now, so count back from 5 and we'll see you on the other side.
Back to the end zone, so the Gators will take over at the 25-yard line.
1. Okay,
Papa two coming this way. Makes a cut.
What is this?
He's going to be dragged down.
Sometimes we need to do better. She says you can't start until her cross is here.
Second chance. But we're doing the best we can. Delivers into Trey Wilson, and it's a first down. It's 3rd and 11 now. Volunteers
St. Dennis Medical,
from the
Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Rolls out and delivers a sideline route. That's Wilson again. My goodness, he's caught 5 balls in the opening drive.
Who's ready to show who's the chief?
Etienne has a hand first down, and he's tripped up at the 25.
Official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Tackle for loss makes it 3rd and 12. Empty backfield.
We topped off the new Sonic Smash and Love with our creamy queso. With hand smash patties made to order. It's a cheesy love letter to your taste buds. And they're about to get real emotional. When you get the Sonic Queso Smasher, part of our Smasher lineup.
I'm Libby Dunn, All-American gymnast and Viore athlete.
Can he get there? Yeah, so big burst of
When you
speed is
travel or
around
train
the
as
corner
much as
here.
I do, you
The
find
46
happiness
and a
where
first
you
down.
are.
For those home run shots.
On the mat or on the sand, movement and comfort are essential. That's why I live in Performance Joggers by Viore. Made from green net fabric that's made of 89% recycled materials. Effortlessly soft and made
Ultimately, what we're talking about is breaking up centralized silos in order to incentivize people to become infrastructure providers.
I'm not going to give these companies my data or whatever, and my report to that is always, well, you're doing it already.
Right. You're providing all the data from your smartphone usage, but you're not rewarded for that. So what we have with Deepin is an incentive mechanism that allows you to actually monetize the value that you're already creating in the real world, but that is at the moment only going to the 1%.
Being a Deepin focused layer allows us to do things like provide infrastructure, provide tooling, provide features to Deepin projects that they can't find anywhere else. Because you can come in and you can truly work with other projects in the ecosystem, or the Picosystem as I like to call it.
Hey friends, thanks for tuning in to the Andy and Friends podcast. I'm your friend Andy, and on this episode of the podcast, I'm talking with Martin and James from the team over at the Peak Network. Peak is a layer 1 just for Deepins. So we talk all about what they're doing, what they're building, what their features are, their entire ecosystem. We also dig more into Deepin at large and talk about what our favorite projects are in the Deepin space, specifically built on Peak, why Deepin even makes sense, why it matters, why it's worth paying attention to, and a whole bunch of other stuff that we dug into in this really fun combo. So let's jump into it. And here we are on this episode, joined with a few friends from Peak, and then if you guys could just kind of introduce yourselves, what you do at Peak. Maybe we'll start with you, James.
Yeah, I'm James. I'm the community manager with Peak Networks and EOT Labs.
Thanks for having us. My name is Martin, and I'm head of ecosystem at Peak.
Very cool. So I know what Peak is. Probably some people who watch my channel and probably who watch the podcast know what Peak is. But for those who don't, if either of you or both of you could kind of give us a overview of Peak from top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, in short, Peak is the home of Deepin. So Deepin is decentralized physical infrastructure networks, and we are a layer 1 that is focused on, building the infrastructure and creating a network for Deepins to call home.
And get him in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I love it. So Deepin, we're going to explore Deepin. Deepin is just this massive space. I am so pumped up about Deepin. I think it's one of those perfect marriages in the world of like needing infrastructure and incentivizing people to build it for you. It's like this incredible thing for startups. But let's keep talking about Peak for a second before we dive into Deepin at large. When did Peak start?
I think this is a very difficult question, but this would be a question best to ask the founders. I mean, it always depends on how you define starts. So the founders have been working on the, let's say, wider vision of what Peak is, the Internet of Things, the economy of things, as we tend to call it, in some shape or form already about 6 years ago. So this is an endeavor that hasn't just started. It's been in the working for a very, very long time. And then on what is Peak today, which is basically this L1 blockchain infrastructure, I think in this shape or form, it's approximately 3 to 4 years now, which is quite a substantial time, specifically in crypto, as we all know. So there have been a lot of lessons learned, a lot of things that have been tried and done in the past, and ultimately hard work kind of paid off, and we are at the beginning of the journey still, but this is how it all came to Peak as we know it today. Yeah.
3 to 4 years in crypto is like a decade or something in the traditional Well, and now Peak just, like the token, just finally started going for sale at the coin list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so before that, this was just, things were just being built in the background, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been working on the network, we've been building the infrastructure for a long time. Our first foray was with our Canary network, our Kusama network, Crest, and we launched Crest last year. And our motto is on Crest we test. So all of the infrastructure, the modular features, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, have been tested for some time on that Canary network. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and we're very excited to be where we're at.
And so I don't want to get too into the weeds right away, but Crest, I mean, I know a lot of people have already purchased Crest. They've been into that little bit of a world. Some people have been stacking it because there is the airdrop, which maybe the time this comes out, that snapshot will have happened, or maybe it's already happened, I don't know. Is that continued to be the plan? Like build things, break things on Crest, then launch them on the main chain?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of what we're hoping Deepins are doing is going to have real world impact. I mean, that's one thing that I say a lot is we're a project where, our Deepins are going to have real world impact to real world individuals with real world projects. But you don't want to go out into the real world and make big mistakes and break things.
Right.
So you said it perfectly. On Crest, we test, we break things, we make things better, and then we launch them on the Peak network. So that is the continued plan. I mean, and we do have a lot of plans for Crest as a network. It's got a lot of utility outside of that, and some things that we've recently announced that we can talk about later, or you can find on our blog. But it is a critical part of our ecosystem, and one that we really value.
Yeah, I've had people, because I've talked about Peak a little bit, especially around the hype of the coin list offering, and I've been talking about the airdrop, and people are like, oh, I got to get the Crest, but I don't want to hang on to it after the fact. I'm like, no, this has a whole, it's like an entire second project within the Peak ecosystem. So it's kind of, so maybe it's probably worth paying attention to that. So we've been talking about little touches about Deepin. So why Peak is all about Deepin? Is an L1 for Deepin? What is the opportunity with Deepin? What do you see there?
I think it depends on how you frame it, right? The terminology Deepin has expanded a lot in the last couple of weeks and months. I think we see that every time when a big narrative pops up, but
it didn't even exist like a year ago.
I think it became a term approximately 8 or 9 months ago. But if we pin it down to the most essential value proposition, it is the first time that Web3 is actually becoming real. And it's the first time that you can talk to traditional decision makers in the traditional industries with arguments about how value is created in the real world, and making them understand what Web3 is really all about and how it can actually leverage value. Because ultimately what we're talking about is breaking up centralized silos in order to incentivize people to become infrastructure providers. An infrastructure provider can mean a whole lot of things, right? It can mean physical infrastructure. It could be you providing your vehicle as an autonomous driving car, right? This could be one thing. It could be your EV charging station. It could be your mobile phone data. Many, many different things. And if we think about how business typically works and how people have learned about business, it's you're centralizing for efficiency, right? So every time you're building up any type of infrastructure business model, you have tremendously high capital expenses in order to actually ramp that up. And then in order to maintain that, you have relatively high operational costs. Now, in Deepin, for the first time, you're basically outsourcing that to the community. So the community can actually provide a node in some shape or form, right? It can be, again, a car, it could be the charging station, compute, whatever it is. And then they get rewarded for becoming a part of that infrastructure. So it entirely changes the incentive mechanism on how you're establishing infrastructure in the real world, and it allows you to establish a supply side much quicker than you could even imagine in the traditional world. And this is something that I would say even the traditional economies, the traditional industries have actually woken up to and acknowledge. And this is why I, in a sense, believe that Deepin is kind of saving Web3, right? Because for the very first time, it is not a purely speculative aspect that is attached to crypto. I mean, we know that there's many more aspects that are valuable, but it's difficult to kind of mediate that. And in Deepin, that becomes evident. And then to maybe give a hint towards where things are going. I think if you look at the trajectory, we are moving towards a machine economy, right? We are moving towards a world where the majority of value is going to be created by autonomous machines. So where does that leave us as humans, right? If we are not the ones who are creating economic value, then we are left out of the equation. But in Deepin, where all of us can own shares in these infrastructures, shares in these machines, there is a more equitable economic system that can be ramped up that could be tremendously important 5 to 10 years from now.
Yeah, I like that. I like what you said, that Deepin is making Web3 real. I think that's a really great way to describe it. And maybe, James, you could talk to this a little bit, but like talking about chargers and cars and cameras and phones with microphones and using all this stuff, or even setting up nodes or various things for Deepin. Like, how is this different than like the traditional model for building a business? Like, how does this change things?
Yeah, I think, one of the things that we say, and one of the things that really drives the vision for this project is, we want to bring the economy back to the 100%. We talk a lot about the 1% in today's economy and the wealth disparity, and I think how this changes things is it really brings the production of wealth from these, we see it now, as Martin said, in a centralized fashion, but we're bringing that back to the 100%, so anybody can participate. We are really reducing the barrier to participation for these projects and these opportunities. And we are tackling some of the bigger issues that people are becoming aware of, like data security and data privacy, on top of that economic layer that we've been discussing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe to add to this, the challenge is evident not only in infrastructure. If we think of social media, the way these business models typically work is you, as an end user, you provide your data to the platforms for using the platforms, and then you basically see the advertisement that basically is a result of what the data is sold for, right? And the same is true with every type of data-related business model. You're providing all the data from your smartphone usage, but you're not rewarded for that. So what we have with Deepin is an incentive mechanism that allows you to actually monetize the value that you're already creating in the real world, but that is at the moment only going to the 1%. And you can do that in a very secure environment, which entirely changes the way people will think about a business going forward. And this is probably what makes the Deepin narrative within Web3 so special, because for the first time, it's not only happening in the virtual world, it's actually happening in the physical world. And this is extremely promising, and obviously the economic value attached to that is massive. It's in the trillions, and I think everybody understands it when they start actually looking into it.
Yeah, when you get down to like some of the simpler implementations of Deepin, like let's say an app that takes a little bit of data, you send that data to whatever the crypto company is, they sell that data. I've gotten pushback before. It's like, oh, why would I'm not going to give these companies my data or whatever. And, my retort to that is always, well, you're doing it already.
Right.
This is the first time in our history that we have a mechanism for getting you paid for that. You actually are opting into it willingly, and getting paid for that data or whatever. Whereas currently, you're almost certainly signing some agreement when you sign up for the service. And in there, hidden deep inside is, we're going to sell your data, whatever, and you see none of that. And yeah, maybe in some circumstances, the rewards you get for the data are very small.
Yeah, it's a fraction.
But it's better than nothing. But two, you're talking about the 100% around the globe, even pennies or dollars or whatever. And then when it comes in aggregate, that's like a game changer. That can be like a life changer. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else like around the kind of equity of the how equitable like this is for people that you want to expand on, but that's one of the things I find just fascinating by it.
Yeah, and I think what is even more fascinating about it is that even though these companies are giving ownership away, this approach in many cases is much more efficient than the traditional approach, right? Think about how much time it takes to actually ramp up let's say 100,000 sensors all across the world, how cost inefficient that actually is, and then to scale that in a sustainable fashion and to maintain it is really difficult. So this is something that you can do in a couple of months in Web3, because every single individual is incentivized to provide that data structure and these data. And this is, again, where Deepin is so different to many of the other Web3 use cases, this data has tangible real-world value that many of the large enterprises, many of the large players in the existing traditional economy actually need and are willing to pay for. So it's, in a sense, a win-win situation because they will not be able to get that granularity of data in a centralized environment, while at the same time, the community, the users, are for the first time actually benefiting from it. And so it's kind of turning the existing economic model upside down, which is very, very interesting. Yeah,
and I think, one of the benefits of Deepin and one of the benefits of this sector is that we're providing an education to people, because a lot of people, as you said, don't understand where their data is going, what it's being used for. I often give the example that when you are driving using, one of the major navigation services that everybody knows and loves, and you stop at your favorite fast food restaurant, you will get ads for that fast food restaurant down the road on your social media. So, linking the use of our current data to what is actually happening in the real world is really enlightening for some people. And then saying that there are opportunities within Deepin to not only take control of your data, but be rewarded for providing that data. And in a lot of cases, Deepins are conscious of what data is being provided and give you the opportunity to either it's already completely, anonymous, or provide you the opportunity to choose which data you are providing to that service. And again, either way, getting rewarded for it. So I think as we move forward and people learn about what is actually happening in the real world, and that there are opportunities, through Deepin to really take control of that data, take control of what you're doing on a daily basis, and have some incentivization behind it, that you're right, this is much larger than a lot of people believe.
Yeah. And we can even talk numbers, right? There is estimates that say if you take the entire revenue created in the internet, approximately 40% of that revenue is created by intermediary services, which basically is the overall value proposition of Web3, to say maybe we don't make the pie bigger, but we take away a bulk of the revenue that goes to centralized institutions and redistribute them amongst those who are actually creating value, which is the project and the users, right? Now, 42% is a massive number. And if you think about any kind of, let's say, B2B SaaS business model that you typically use, could be an Airbnb, could be an Uber, there's millions of different business cases that apply this business model and that take away such a bulk of value at the moment. So every time you're using a business model where you believe that you're interacting with another individual, you're actually not. There's, in every single location, there is some kind of centralized institution involved in that as an intermediary. Now, this is something that you can break up using Deepin infrastructures. And this is massive because, again, the value probably doesn't change in terms of the total amount, but what changes is that of the 100%, 42% is redistributed among these two parties. And this is massive because, again, it's a big incentive for people to participate on both sides. It becomes much more lucrative for an Uber driver to actually be an Uber driver, right, in such a direct-to-consumer business model, while at the same time it is cheaper for any end user to use the service. And this is, again, something that even traditional business administration graduates immediately understand. And this is something that in Web3 typically is not the case.
Yeah, the value proposition of if you're a startup or something, and you need to build some kind of infrastructure, you need some kind of network, you need some way to actually support the product or service you're offering, and you can stand it up virtually overnight by having everybody else do it for you, and you incentivize that. I mean, that's a pretty big game changer. So, obviously, after we've been talking about this, Deepin is a lot of opportunity here. But the question is, does it need a layer one of its own? And if so, why? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of reasons to look at specific chains. I mean, if we want to look back, a few years ago or a lifetime in crypto, we had very few chains and they were all generalized. And as we've evolved over the last few years, we've seen the rise of several specific chains, and Deepin specific chains, I think, serve a very important purpose, because we're talking about a new industry, a new sector. We're talking about something that has existed in one way or another for a few years, but really, as you said, we're in the infancy. And so being a Deepin focused layer allows us to do things like provide infrastructure, provide tooling, provide features to deep in projects that they can't find anywhere else. We have the focus, and we have a general Web3 ethos around us that is specific to deep ins and what they need. So one of the things that I think is very unique with Peak and with our team is that we have a lot of two-way communication with the projects that we are onboarding. And we ask that question, what are you looking for in a network? What features do you need? And so the result of that is one of the new features that we've recently launched, which is our modular deep in functionality, which is a series of features that are available to anybody that wants to come in. They're pre-built, they're tested, they're available. You can come in and you can build, your deep in out a little bit more using something that, like, as you said, has already been built before you, has already been tested. Another feature that I think a lot of the deep ins that I speak to on a regular basis are very excited about is the ability to share data and to collaborate, internally with other projects. So think about a navigation project that comes in and has a map. Eventually, they're going to want to add things to that. They're going to want to add layers. Maybe they want to add, sound data so you can, look at your map and see, well, is this park loud? Maybe they want to add charging stations. They're in an EV and they want to be able to see that charging station. And there's a lot of opportunity for these projects to come in and utilize the projects that are already in the ecosystem. And we talk about layer one ecosystems a lot, but I think with DeepIn, we're talking about something that's far more robust than a typical layer one ecosystem because of that collaborative nature, because you can come in and you can truly work with other projects in the ecosystem, or the Pecosystem as I like to call it, and take advantage of that data that is available. And therefore, as you said, not only can we as a specialized layer one provide the infrastructure and meet the infrastructure requirements of new projects coming on board, we can provide data requirements and we can provide that integration and collaboration between the different projects, so you don't have to do it all. You come in and focus on what you want to do and then work with everybody else to fill out the rest. And I think that's really unique in the Web3 space. And something that, those are two of, I think, a lot of different benefits of having a very specialized layer one.
Yeah, I would add to that. I think this is tremendously important, because think about a general purpose blockchain where any type of business model is launched. So, I mean, of course, there are synergies as well, but the way you can leverage synergies with related projects is much more efficient, right? And also, the way from A to B is much shorter. So this is the first aspect. And then I think one aspect that is significantly underestimated is, at some point when we want to see the Web3 vision come real, that ultimately means is bridging it to the real world, or making it accessible to the real world. Now, talking about DeepIn, the customer side, the demand side, is not coming from the Web3 communities. The demand side is coming from enterprises, big corporations that have massive appetite for data and information, right? Now, where we are now, and I mean, we've seen a number of corporate collaborations in the past, but where we are now, it is still very difficult to convince stakeholders in the traditional world to actually commit and partner with a Web3 company, simply because there's many things that they don't understand and that they kind of find odd or consider a bit sketchy. And of course, I'm talking about meme coins. I'm talking about all these kinds of things that are happening and accumulating a lot of value, and rightfully so, because it is a specific Web3 related mechanism that you could consider a liquidity business model as well. But if you don't understand it, and if you have a negative image about it as a corporate, it's going to be much more difficult for you to actually partner. Now, when you're in this specialized environment, you can have a polished image, in a sense, that makes you more credible in terms of the real world value that you're providing. And then ultimately, talking about a layer one more than any other project is an ecosystem, right? So the best value you can provide as an ecosystem towards the outside world, towards those that are actually becoming, let's say, the clients or the customers of your project, the better. And I think this is where an L1 for deepen, an L1 for real-world business models has a tremendous cutting edge that can be leveraged significantly in the future.
So you're saying that meme coins are not like the best investments in the entire world?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm obviously not giving investment advice, but what I can tell you is that I not so long ago I used to work for one of the largest media enterprises in the world and led the Web3 activities there. And still, the way Web3 is perceived is something that people really still shy away from, right? And then for them to actually work together with projects in the Web3 space, they are always looking to adjust and mitigate the risk, right? And if there is a lot of value accrual towards other types of business models that they don't understand, then obviously they will be more hesitant. Now, if you can have that clean-cut brand, it makes it easier not only for the L1, but for every single project that is building on the L1 infrastructure.
And I think something you both kind of touched on a little bit that I want to dig into a little bit deeper. The idea of a layer one, of one chain to rule them all, like this mass, the Ethereum of the world, whatever, where it can do anything. Conceptually is kind of a cool idea, but I feel like in practice, in the real world, it's massively inefficient to do that. It makes more sense to me that for specific applications you would have specific chains that just why would you have the same tool for everything? So with that in mind, I mean, obviously the elephant in the room is there's Ethereum, there's Solana, which both have deepen projects being built on them. Why peak over those two?
Yeah, I think we've touched on a couple of the main points of that, which is, from the beginning, Peak has been focused on deepen. So from the beginning, we have really tooled our network to be the most efficient for deepen applications. I mean, we can talk about the fundamentals. The fundamentals are comparable with any of the top chains as far as TPS, theoretical TPS, cost per transaction. Those are available on the website and they're very comparable. But I think, what we've talked about a lot is our general philosophy and ethos when it comes to deepen. I think having a general, aside from, what I've spoken to already, the way that we approach our partnerships and the way that we, have the customer-centric point of view with our deepens is really unique, and something that like you said, you can't really do with a generalized layer one, because it's a massive beast to be able to cater to your NFT projects, to your DeFi, to your meme coins, to your deepins. Whereas
Ethereum's not going to suddenly tomorrow go, we got these deepins coming on, we're going to completely change some of the code. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so we're providing an opportunity to really give a customized experience to each deepen. And I also think that, to go back to that synergy, that collaborative nature that we're providing, that's something that we can offer that a lot of the other chains can't. And so there are a lot of reasons to look, at Peak and look at deepen specific layer ones when coming into a project and saying, well, where's going to be our home?
Is that what you just said is fascinating. I think is such a big selling point. It's like, hey, if I'm building a deepen project, I'm going to build on Peak. I'm going to get this kind of more custom one-on-one kind of service. They're going to be able to cater to me. Is that sustainable though? Will that continue forever? Will you just get enough devs that you can support that when there's not 20 deepens built on Peak, but 200? Like, what does that look like going into the future?
I mean, the question is extremely valid, and I think the answer is actually quite simple. So, first of all, we always say the home for deepen. I mean, this is a word, but there is a lot of meaning behind that. That means there is a support system in place, right? It makes people that join the ecosystem welcomed. It provides them with not only the tech stack that they need, but the overall support system when it comes to how do I grow my ecosystem? How do I actually meet the right people that can help me? Where do I get the right advice? And I think there is layers of granularity to the extent that you can provide these kinds of services. So really it is about us building up a system that is capable to scale with our scaling. And there's different tools that you can apply, right? I mean, obviously it is not scalable to say you need support in your growth strategy, and we sit down every single time, every single day with like 1,000 projects. This is not going to work, but there is systems that we can put in place that support a larger scale of ecosystem projects, and they they still are being taken care of. And this is exactly what we are building up. And this is a significant value proposition towards, and you mentioned 2 great projects in the space. It is easier to scale within a niche, right? And calling deep in a niche, I think, is already a stretch, right? But nevertheless, it is easier to scale when you have multiple synergies that you can leverage, plus when you have lessons learned from other ecosystem projects that they can share with the projects that are maybe starting out new or that maybe want to pivot. So for us, really, it is about, when we say we are building this home for Deepens, it's about establishing scalable support systems across the board. And this is something where I find it is much easier to be doing that when the needs of the projects are aligned, pretty much. And the more we see, the more we adjust on our side, the more we support, the more general lessons we can actually provide that we can make accessible also to a scalable amount of projects.
And what is, so, I mean, already Peak, I mean, I don't want to dig into this just yet, but I definitely want to talk about this in this discussion, all the things being built, because it's fairly impressive how much is being built on Peak. But what does that process look like right now? Is it, they hear about Peak and they're like, it's a place, it's an L1 for Deepens, I got to go talk to them. Is there outreach? Like, what does that whole process look like right now to build out this ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, at the very beginning, I think there was a lot of outreach. As with every project, when you start, you have to get your name out there. You have to get that brand recognition. And, as Martin said earlier, we've been focused on this goal for almost 4 years at this point. So, there was that stage, but now we've passed that stage. And now, our discussions internally when we're talking about this thing is about how do we approach that scalability, because now we find that projects are coming to us. We are dealing with the incoming inquiries far more frequently, and while we still want to have that component of outreach, at this point, to be honest and humbly speaking, we can't, because we have so many projects coming to us. And I think it's because there are a number of factors that we've talked about already that is leading to that. With the specificity of the chain, with the outreach, with the reputation that we have, with the partnerships that we have, everything from where we've started to where we are today, I think, has led up to that point.
I had at one of my previous jobs before I went into the world of entrepreneurship and working my own, would call things like that, where you have more people than you can possibly help coming to you and demanding a happiness problem. Yeah. It's a problem because you got to figure out how to deal with all it coming in, but it's a good thing. That's where you want to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the challenge is not that much many projects coming to us. I think the challenge for us is that we have a certain, let's say, set of values that we're always trying to apply. This is throughout the organization. What we always look for is good people wanting to build good things with the right set of values. And a part of this right set of values is us taking the time for most of the projects. At the moment, we're still trying, obviously, 100% of the projects to sit down together, to speak to them in person, or via a video call, understand what it is that they're building, and then guiding them towards the right direction, which makes the scalability angle a bit challenging. But this is something that, as good as possible, we're going to try to maintain, because what we've seen, obviously, with many people in our team being entrepreneurs, some of them have had their own entrepreneurial endeavors in the past. You see that sometimes maybe project initially doesn't look that promising, or you cannot support them to the extent that you would probably like to. But still you can give advice. Still you can sit down, take just a couple of minutes of your time and guide them towards the right direction. And who knows, maybe 1 year later they are coming back with a revised approach that actually makes a whole lot of sense. And we can try as good as we can to accompany them through this process. And I think this is what is going to be something that is going to make Peak special in the long run, right? Of course, when we'll be talking about thousands and 10,000s of projects, you cannot talk to everyone individually, but nevertheless, we can make sure that we have these functionalities in place. So, in a nutshell, it's not that much outreach at the moment, which is a thing that is really nice. But for us, we will always try to live up to our own expectations and make sure that anyone who's coming in with a serious intention to build something that is built to last, then we're always there to support and see to what extent that can be.
And speaking, you've talked about the team a little bit. How big is the Peak team right now?
Yeah, so
you would know better.
Yeah, I mean, we have been expanding as quickly as the project itself is expanding, and I think we are almost at 40 people. Yeah, I mean, some of the stats, 40 people employed with Peak, with EOT Labs working on the Peak Network project. And, you mentioned 20 projects. I think by the time this comes out, we will be well over 30 on our way to 40. One thing that we have with this abundance of projects coming to us is the ability to onboard projects. And something that you've mentioned earlier is, we haven't even launched yet, and we have an incredible amount of people building on Peak and projects, and some really good ones too.
And you've both talked about some of the features that Peak offers, but maybe ones that have not been discussed. What are some of the other things that Peak offers that is really helpful specifically to deepen projects that makes it attractive to that sector?
Yeah, so I think there's two more that I'd really like to highlight, and one of them, and they both address fundamental issues with Deepen. And one of the fundamental issues that we have, and that we have across Web3, and it's, we talk about scalability. When we go back to Web 2 and Web 1, there have always been scalability issues, and there have always been compatibility issues. And so one of the main features, and one that we're very proud of, is our Peak ID. And Peak ID is a machine ID that gets put on every machine that's on the network. Regardless of the project, this is a standard protocol, a standard ID that allows machines to talk to each other without an intermediary across the network. So we can have machines from one project accessing and interacting with machines from another project across the network. And this, leads us down the road to the fact that while we are a layer 1, we are as interoperable with other layer 1s as we can possibly be. I think this is one of the fundamental, things about Peak that really attracted me to the project when I first came on board, was that we live in a world where, I mentioned before, 10 years ago, we only had a handful of chains, and everybody has been focused on their own chain and been very siloed. And as we see this proliferation of general chains, of specific chains, of projects, and we start to get real-world utility, we've seen people try to tackle that problem with oracles and with great projects that are bridging between chains. But with this Peak ID, we're able to transact and interact with machines from different chains. So we have Peak ID palettes for EVM compatible chains, for Solana, for Cosmos, for Polygon. So projects that are building on those chains can still take advantage of a lot of the, the infrastructure and a lot of the features that we have. And so that general approach that, we want to be interoperable with many of those larger layer 1s that are in Deepen already is something that I think is really important.
So being able to communicate across the network like that, from machine ID to machine ID, needs a network. How does the Peak network function? Is it validator nodes? That's what's operating the main network of the entire L1? What does that